Super Teller. She said Super Teller. Bobby. Copper Turtle. That's a new one. Let me go back to the bam, bam.
Bro, what did I tell your punk ass? Stop inviting me to these fucking lies, man.
Don't be flattered, bitch ass
Vibes,
nigga.
give me
I
mod,
am
bro.
flattered, nigga. You talk about FBAs
Vibes, give
every
me
day,
mod,
bro.
bro.
Get
I
it
got
out
you.
your head, nigga. You be in everybody's comment
Who are
section
you,
going in
Uchi?
on African
Uchida?
Americans, bro. You don't
What's
like
wrong?
you don't like us, then leave. Damn, it's
Who are
every
you?
day.
Are you
You
are
don't
you
wake
small?
up and go 24 hours without thinking about it. It's like that shit is weird. I don't even. I know your ethnicity is
24
African,
hours, really?
but you
24
don't.
hours?
Yes, like you can't even go
I barely
3 hours.
get on.
Like,
You
bro,
always on
you
my
on
dick
here all
though.
the
Who are you
time.
Always on
trying to
my dick
speak
though.
to?
I don't think of your ethnicity at all though. Like, damn, this shit is
How
just
about how
like
about you just
crazy,
how about you introduce yourself to my lovely panelists? You China, you
bro.
Chia, you bitch
You
ass
did,
nigga. Go
Wait,
ahead.
yeah. You fucking
Chinese or some shit?
immigrant green card. I hope ICE
Your
beat the
name
fuck
is
out you, your
Uchia.
mother, your
Uchia, are you
family,
Chinese? Like,
bro. No, nigga, you know what I am, bro.
what
Stop
you
playing with
is?
me.
What you is?
What's up? What's up to everybody else on the panel? He
But
ignorant
we
as
don't know
fuck.
what you are. That's why he asked. What are
What
No,
you
you?
he know
is?
me.
What
He
you
know me.
is?
He know me.
Nah, I
But
don't know you like that,
he
man. Like, what
literally
you mean?
has like
They
a
don't know
hate
you.
for well,
I
whatever.
don't even remember you, man. It's been that long.
You don't remember me, but if I go through our messages, you got like,
Hey,
oh, you invite
yo.
me to these punk ass lives
Like,
every day.
what you
Like,
mean by that? Like,
what?
who's you, man?
You a FBA?
Who is you? Yes,
Are
I'm
you
a.
Uchia? Are you Chinese? That's a Chinese
Can you
name.
prove
Like,
it?
No, that's
Can you prove you
Japanese,
a
nigga.
FBA?
Come on, bro.
same shit. Like,
Can
It's
you
a
prove you a
Japanese
FBA though?
anime.
oh,
Who?
Uchia. Oh, so you're Japanese then? Okay.
No, you fat ass. I'm not Japanese. I'm black.
Like black Malaysian, like black and Asian.
No, nigga, black. Don't worry about the other shit. Just black American. That's it. That's it.
So are you African American?
We don't take you serious, brother. You have straight
It's
hair.
good,
Sorry.
but this is my country. I've been here for generations.
Hold on.
You
Is
foreign
this you on the
motherfuckers could go
profile?
die.
Like?
You foreign motherfuckers need to go die and go to y'all countries if y'all don't like it here, bro. And you don't
Hey,
like the native
unalive,
people.
Black.
unalive. You know the
Is this
rules.
you on the
Keep talk
picture?
friendly, like.
That's not black. I don't know what that is in the picture, but that's maybe light skin mix. That ain't no
Nigga,
black.
it don't matter. If you mix, you black. It don't
No,
make
no,
any
no.
difference.
Oh,
Black
it
is.
matters.
See my
Mixed people
profile.
are not
That's
black.
black.
Thought
This
you
is
knew.
mixed.
No, nigga, I'm black. I don't care about the
Is you
white.
like? Is you a brown Indian? Like what type of brown
No,
he is?
no, I'm just I'm black and I got a
Uh
white grandma.
You are
Prove it
not
to me.
unambiguously
I
black.
ain't proving I ain't
Habla
proving the mother
español.
I ain't
Like
proving the motherfucking thing. The
habla
fuck you
inglés,
mean?
amigo. Like what you is? Habla
No,
inglés.
no, no, pussy. I'm not. Don't worry about it,
De donde eres? Like where you from, eh?
bro. I'm from Ohio too.
No, no, no. I think you Mexican. Like no
Oh, I don't
disrespect
give
to
a fuck
Mexicans
what
and
you
shit.
think. Wow, your fat ass think I'm something else.
Is
Oh
you
well, I'm not even
Venezuelan?
talking to you,
Like
bro. I'm
Colombian?
talking to
De
this
donde
weird
eres?
ass
Habla
Safari.
contigo. Hablamos en español. Where you
Yeah, yeah,
from?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking to this weird ass nigga who don't stop thinking about my people every fucking day.
Is
Nigga,
your people
first off,
Venezuelans? Like
my people made it possible for you foreign immigrant motherfuckers to even come over here. You
is you
dumbasses.
black? I don't see
Bro, yes,
black.
I'm black. How
Where
many
is the
times you gonna
blackness?
fucking
Show me the
ask?
blackness. Where is it?
It's up your ass, you dumbass fat
See the
black
level.
bitch.
You would
See the
say that.
level.
It's
You
up
would
your
say
black.
that. That's disgusting.
That's disgusting, man.
Yeah,
Is
you're
that you?
disgusting.
Are you
You
down on the
nasty
DL
ass
like that?
pussy.
I think he's
Vibes, you're a
Indian.
bitch, bro.
You know
That's
how Indians
crazy.
want to be
That's
white and
wild.
shit. You probably
Yeah,
Indian.
nigga. I don't. Nigga, I'm black. If I was anything else, I'd say it.
Niao, you are Indian.
You got a whole black man as your thing, and you sound fucking white.
Bro, you're
Like,
Indian.
okay, woo, I'm Indian. All right,
Yeah.
and you're still a bitch, and I'm still saying what the fuck I'm
You
saying.
can
So
insult me
what?
behind the phone. It doesn't really change anything. You're not
You said
black.
what?
So you can say anything, but it's not. You're not black. At the end of the day,
Okay, wow,
when you
I'm
go
not
back
black.
The
home
Wow,
and
FBAs don't even
I'm
accept
not.
you. You
I'm
China.
they
not
don't
black.
accept you, you can fit in as a Mexican, as a brown person.
I could fit into
You can
whatever the
find your
fuck I want
family in
to.
Afghanistan or
Because
something.
You
real
look
But you're not
motherfuckers don't
black.
Somali.
even
You
talk
look
about race in
Somalian,
real
man.
life.
Yeah, like
You
ICE is
pussy.
gonna come for you too, because you're not
They're
white
not.
enough.
Who?
You're not white.
I have
They're
No,
gonna
no, no,
deport
no.
you
generations here.
twice. One for
I
being
have
Yeah,
Somali,
I have
another for being
generations
Mexican.
here. I
That's
have
crazy.
how can you
generations
prove
here.
you're not white, so you're not American? You know what I'm saying?
I am American,
How?
and I
How can you
am
prove
part
that?
white. You
You gotta be
dumbass.
white. No, no, no.
You
It's a
dumbass
white
nigga.
country. That's a
But
white Christian
I thought you
country.
just said that the other shit do matter. So I just said I'm white. So if I'm
No,
white, I guess it do
so
matter,
you
right?
white
So
or
you're
You
you
are
not
black?
saying to me,
biracial.
right?
You
Okay.
said you black.
Now we
Yeah.
know. You're
Vibes, you
biracial.
bitch ass nigga. You're a bitch. Shut up. And
Why
now
you
if it was real
why you
life, I'll
getting
smack the shit out
why
of
are
you,
you
vibes.
insulting us and
Ain't gonna
shit?
do shit, bitch.
Well, because this don't got shit to do with you. Shut the fuck up, you fat
Why they all got
motherfucker.
a foul mouth? They all insult you
Yeah.
like bitch ass
Shut up,
nigga.
pussy.
Hey,
Here
shit,
you
bitch
are on
ass
an
Pussy.
nigga.
Shut
African
up,
panel.
pussy.
Here you go.
He's shipping out, man.
Oh yeah, they crash out. They definitely crash out.
They got a lot of hate for Africans. If they had the same hate for white people, I would say, okay, man, I would listen to the conversation. But the amount of hate they got for Africans is just insane.
Some misdirected anger, that's for sure.
It's just sad. It's sad, bro. And the funny thing, they think they're safe. Like once they're done with like Hispanics and all of that, and the media, Somalis, who they gonna come for? You, like, you know.
Exactly. They got detained already, and I remember
In
Tariq
Chicago,
Nasheed.
like I've seen that in Chicago, they got detained. They were crying, like, you know, like our ancestors, like this happened to them, and like this coming for us now. So it's just sad, dude. Like, I gotta
Yeah,
say,
Tariq Nasheed was a little mad because he was saying how everybody thought they were going to get deported, but obviously they still got detained. I mean, it doesn't matter if they do the no-knock raids and come in your house and do all that stuff to you still, you know, like it's still not constitutional, you know, it's still breaking laws. So
have you seen
it's all,
Tariq Nasheed? Yeah, that
have I
guy's a
seen him?
clown. He's a clown, man. You've seen a
No, I
lot of
haven't seen
crazy
him
stuff about
personally.
Africans, man.
Oh yeah, I seen him sometimes on his what's it called, his
He got a
live.
big follower too. A lot of people listen to him, you know.
Yeah, they call him. They say he's not their leader, but you know they have the same talking points as he does, and they love to be minstrel
He
shows.
tried to be a comedian. It didn't work out well for him. So now he got a content on TikTok, just sitting there and like
Well,
talking shit
he's
about Africans and praising white people, you know.
yeah, he has a stand-up comedy show now. He thinks he's that funny that he made a venue for himself, and he also has a Black History Museum. Have you heard of it?
Not really. I guess it's a new thing.
Yeah, he opens it up. He has a bunch of Native American um, artifacts in there. You know, he's indigenous and African at the same time. But yeah, we'll just stay in here, wait for them FBAs. They be flooding. They be flooding this shit. It's crazy.
You're the number one FBA op, huh?
I was when I first heard about this shit, not the FBA, just Black Americans, you know, but when I first heard about this, it was like, oh, really? Immigrants are doing this to y'all? Well, let me, you know, I'm first generation. Let me tell you, I got you guys' back. I know how ignorant my people could be, but then on the flip side, it only took like a week for me to find out that they're the ones really pushing this ignorant shit the other way around, you know? And then obviously there's ignorance on both sides, but it's even more ignorant on it's just they push this rhetoric. They push this harmful stuff, and they back the current administration up. So anything Trump says, they parrot. And literally, like they asking for people, they calling us anchor babies now, you know, hoping that Naturalization Act gets banned and that they can start deporting people that were born here, you know. So it's just sad. It's really sad. But yeah, I'm on the ass now. Oh, Slam, did you hear?
Poor people, man.
Slam, did you hear? I was
You're
with
born in this country, you can't be deported. Like, you
that's
gotta
why they're
understand.
mad, brother. That's why they're
What's his
mad.
name? Trump family was not born in this country. You know, they came from Germany, and he's like the first generation. So that doesn't make a lot of sense, man. Yeah.
That's facts, brother. That's facts. Yeah, his grandfather was like he owned a prostitute ring, and they were I forget all the little details, but what were those things called back in the day? Anyways, nothing but criminals, man. Nothing but criminals. Yes, brothels. There's another name to them, Slam. There's another one, but I can't remember them.
What were they called back in the day? Saloons or something?
Saloons.
Like, I don't know.
Yes, thank you. Saloons. Good job. Good job. That's what it was on the article. It was saloons that his family owned for quite some time, and that's what they were known for. But yeah, these are the same hypocrites telling everybody else that they're illegals and that they need to go back to where they came from, you know. So these are the same people that they parrot, and I call them white nationalists and blackface, because they're all just a minstrel show. They're all just acting out the same way their slave masters has taught them to be, you know. And then now they want to come up with all these vocabulary words like tether, when literally they've been tethering to the white T-man this entire time, you know. So it's pretty sad. Hey, but Slam, I was with Nagoose earlier. Today, and he had quite the valid crash out on a couple of them today. Yeah. Oh, what's Truth? What's up, Truth? Truth is one. He's a FBA as well. He's a little more insightful than the rest. And who was the other brother? We just had him on too. Fabio or
some Japanese anime name.
No, not that one. Slam. Who was the well-spoken FBA on the other panel?
Oh, there was
Alfonso.
The other one was
Alfonso.
Yeah, Alfonso. Yeah.
That Alfonso was over here last time, right? Truth.
I believe so.
Okay.
But what we do is we match energies.
Can you introduce yourself to my lovely panelists, Truth, before you dive in?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a foundational Black American. Grew up in New York, actually, and basically, there's a lot of well-spoken foundation FBAs on TikTok. You understand? But here's the bottom line: is I question why aren't people making any lives? And this goes for some FBAs as well, but particularly for the African immigrants. Why aren't you making any lives fighting directly against the so-called white supremacy, the global white supremacy? Why aren't you standing up for your fellow African immigrants, Somalis? You heard what Trump said about the Somali population. He called them garbage.
He just came from a live where we hosted condemning Trump's rhetoric against the Somali community in America.
Yeah, but
he just came from a live doing that.
Okay.
Right. Truth. But we don't all have to be on. We don't all have to be on Black or X, whatever that's called now, Twitter, or those other social media platforms that Tariq Nasheed's on, that you keep bringing up every time, how he's on there fighting against the man. And he does it so eloquently, and he doesn't see us on there. I don't think you're going to find...
But it's a fact, though. But it's a fact.
Brother, you're not going to find... That's not where the fight's at.
No, but I'm talking about on here.
Talking about social media, is one thing. The fight's
talking about Trump is one thing. I'm talking about you will not see people talking about racist white Americans.
It's not going to be on social media as keyboard warriors.
You want to know why?
We're not going to be keyboard warriors online.
No. But you're keyboard warriors against
with
FBAs.
White T people. This is a place for me to find my African brethren, sisters, and brothers. Yeah. And then you guys always find your FBA ass on my panel trying to center yourself. Like I just don't understand.
Because you got FBAs in the prompt. You know that FBAs, we pretty much run the algorithm on TikTok. Have made a lot of money for a lot of people on TikTok because we push and move the algorithm. You understand? But the bottom line is we know that these white racists and this corrupt, unscrupulous government have you immigrants by the balls because you're afraid. You're afraid to speak out against them. And they know that we're not afraid. Their biggest fear is they fear Black Americans rising to power. They fear that we will do to them what they have done to us. They've always feared this. That's why they've always brought in buffer groups, and they've always tried to undermine us. We're the only group that can go and stand toe-to-toe against these white races. We can stand toe-to-toe against them in terms of inventions, in terms of a moral compass.
Absolutely, I
In
definitely
terms of
agree
a
with
moral
that.
compass.
But why is it that you are allowing them to divide you based off of if someone's from Africa or not?
Oh, no. We really don't have an issue with
Yeah,
African
there are people who have
immigrants.
that issue.
It's
You're not
called
gonna sit
divide
here.
and conquer, my brother. It's the oldest
Listen,
tactic in
yes,
the book.
African Americans, listen, the peak was like in the 60s, 70s. You guys had everything cracking, okay? They hadn't destroyed the Black community yet with the fucking Contra, Nicaraguan Contra, with the fucking glamorization of gangsterism that flooded, right? Everything was popping off. You guys saw yourselves as crucial in the belly of the beast here in America, and also you sympathize with international movements. You connected with those movements and had solidarity with those movements. But suddenly, today, in today's time and age, we find it that there are those, I don't know what agenda they're pushing or who's pushing it behind them, that are trying to like basically cut themselves off from any type of international movement. And you know, it's necessary to when you think about what's going on internally here, and Black people do deserve reparations here in America, but to cut yourselves off as if you have no type of solidarity with anything outside of America, that's a crucial mistake. Wouldn't you say so?
What we've witnessed is that when we attempted to do that, when we attempted to stand up as if, you know, to kind of put on a cape for others, you know, because we've been discriminated against so much.
It's not about so much putting on a cape. First of all, there's some international solidarity movements. You saw people in Somalia literally with Angela Davis posters in those days and age saying free Angela, okay? They were protesting in the streets of Somalia saying that shit. It's not just in America where they had capes. It was an international movement at that time.
Not really. And we do know that. You know that. You know it wasn't. Now, some people will say, well, oh, because you guys are in the United States, you know, pretty much can have more of a push. But it really wasn't. It wasn't that. Otherwise, you definitely would have seen more of the African leaders really standing up forcefully for the Black folks in America in particular. In terms of the treatment, people saw the treatment of on the news and how we were treated. And that was a tactic that we used, a strategy to show the entire world what the United States was all about. Because at that time, the United States wanted to be a world power. They wanted to go into other lands and police these lands. So our strategy was to expose the hypocrisy of the United States and show that how can they be a policeman, a moral policemen of the world when they're treating people like second-class citizens in their own country. So we exposed that, you know, through the civil rights movement, so forth and so on. And like I said, we stood up for other movements around the world. But we saw that when some people come to the United States, they are aligned with this, you know, or they sought white tea validation, you understand, and almost tried to mimic white folks here because they see them as, you know, a standard of success. And as doing so, they mimic the, you know, the way some of these white folks are in terms of how their treatment of Black folks, particularly Black Americans. And there was no solidarity when folks came here because they were not coming here to fight the racism in America.
Right here. Listen, you tried to deny that this happened. This actually happened. This is in Somalia. The 1970s, okay?
Can you guys see the picture?
Yeah. So what we see here is a Somali woman with Angela Davis. On the left here, who is that? Maybe Kathleen Cleaver. That's who looks like. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Brother, truth.
Can't see it,
Hey,
but
can you guys see anything? Because I can't see anything. Hold on.
I can't see it, but
Hold on, Slam. I don't see anything. You
But
might
the Black Panthers had a big
you
movement
might
around
want
the
to try
world.
again. There you go. There you go.
Yeah, so you keep saying that, right?
There you go, sister.
Yeah. What we see here is solidarity across borders. People who have nothing to do with America, people who never would see America ever in life. These are Africans, all the way in Africa, showing solidarity. Just like African Americans here were showing solidarity to Africans, okay? This is not just a one sided event. That's what you do need to understand.
But what I'm saying is there was you would not find organizations similar to the Black Panthers being developed in like Somalia and other parts
That's a
of
beautiful picture.
Africa,
That's incorrect, bro.
organizations standing up for Black people all over the
That's
world.
incorrect.
You
That's
saw the
incorrect.
Black Panthers. Let me just finish, and I'll let you know. The
Okay.
Black Panthers movement was also influenced in the UK. It was influenced in on the continent of Africa, even in Asia. You know what I mean? So it was a powerful movement that was global.
And yeah,
And
do you
it
know the
stood up
Black
for
Panthers actually had an alliance with the EPLF out here in the Bay Area? Are you aware of that?
yes.
Yeah, so they were definitely, especially the Black Panther movement, were in solidarity with international movements. In fact, Huey P. Newton coined international communalism, okay? He wasn't just seeking a future for people here in America. He sought across the borders. He was thinking across the borders how life would look like for all global people. You want to talk about the Black Panther Party, that's a whole nother story. But like, what came after the Black Panther Party was actually concerning. It was the destruction of any type of international solidarity across the world. And it was very strategic. And the fact that you can't sit here and condemn the fact that that even happened lets me know everything I need to know.
I'd
Okay.
like to make just two
Let's
comments, please.
introduce Element. Well, welcome back, brother. Can you go ahead and introduce yourself to our lovely panelists? Again, I know, and then you can speak on the topic. Go ahead. Welcome
Hey, I
back.
don't like to do introductions, man. I mean, what you see is what you get. Elemental 64. I mean, I can, maybe you'll get to know me. But
Okay,
anyway,
fair
I'm
enough. Fair
African
enough.
American, though. I'm African American. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I mean, one of the international headquarters of the Black Panther Party was in Algeria. A lot of Black Panther members of the Black Panther Party fled from Cuba, I think it was, to Algeria. And also Tanzania took in a lot of, or a group of Black Panther Party members. And some of them are still there to this day.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
not know that one, brother.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Those
Thank you
are
for
That's
that.
right, of
facts.
course. We know that
That's facts.
Eldridge Cleaver, so many people
Mhm.
went to Algeria.
Mhm. Yeah, I know this. We're aware it was a global movement. We're aware of the fact that the Black Panther movement was a global movement. They even aligned themselves with white Americans who were, who were basically poor and so forth. So it was a global movement for people who were being oppressed. So yeah, we're aware of that. But show me the movements in Africa and in Cuba and other places that were similar to the Black Panther movement.
First of all, Cuba is
That stood up for the United States, Black people in the United States, and Black people suffering around the world.
When you were too busy aligning yourself with white tea, why would we try to commit to the United States?
What do you mean? I'm confused.
What?
What do you mean align with white people? What are you saying?
You said the United States, and then you explicitly said the black people in America.
Yeah, and I'm saying.
So why'd you make a difference? Why didn't you include everyone in America, including the
align themselves with the white team members? What are you talking about?
No, right. I said poor, right. I said poor. I'm getting like echo
Jacob,
feedback,
you,
but
you got a crazy background. Wait until we introduce you, please, brother. Don't interrupt. So people on the ground. You wanted boots on the ground. Truth. People to exemplify what the Black Panthers did in America. Is that what you said?
yeah, what I'm saying is show me a similar organization and movement. It could have been similar to the Black Panthers that stood up and was
So you
fighting
you
for
know, you
Black
know what
people
happened. You
globally.
know what happened to the Black Panthers, though, right? Truth. You know that movement did not last. You know that
Exactly.
the gun rights were taken away from them in California. That's why we don't have gun rights in
Not only was
California.
that like
I'm
just.
talking about
You know what
globally.
they did to their leaders, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
Who would
matter.
exemplify? Who would
What do you mean it doesn't
exemplify
matter? The
that?
same thing happened all over the world to anybody who resisted. Of course it matters.
No,
You
it
think that it
doesn't.
was just an exclusively Black Panther thing that they
I
were
didn't
only
say that.
targeted
I
and
said it
annihilated?
doesn't matter. You don't think about those things in a revolution. You're not thinking about being afraid. There's no fear. You just do what's right and what you have to do. Again, I said similar to the Black Panther movement.
I can
You
answer
show us
that.
other movements.
I can answer that.
Okay.
I mean, the Pan African movement, as it stood in the 60s on the continent, in terms of the formulation of the Organization of African Unity, um, when you look at all of that, in terms of the role that Kwame Nkrumah played, basically the whole independence movement, it was a well planned out and strategized movement. Um, when they met in 1945 at the Fifth Pan African Congress, they had the goal and objective of liberating the continent from colonialism, and they achieved it. It wasn't just a fluke thing that they achieved it in 1994 with the disbanding of apartheid in South Africa. And if you really read a lot of the details, I mentioned Tanzania before. If you look at the role that Julius Nyerere, who was the first president of Tanzania, as he harbored the Black Panthers, but he also harbored a lot of the freedom fighters that were from the southern countries, like Rhodesia, which is today Zimbabwe, Mozambique, South Africa. He harbored a lot of those freedom fighters that were fighting for the independence. He helped them to get weapons and training for them to go back to their native countries to help free their countries. So they actually did it on a
Exactly.
bigger level than the Black Panther Party did,
And I
in
don't
a
even think
sense.
he understands how much of an insult it is actually to hear him even question if Africa produced any type of resistance on the level of the Black Panther Party. Like Africa's whole history in modern day is resisting colonialism. I don't know if you've been under a rock.
More than the white tea man that you've dealt with here for 500 years. You don't think all the white teas in Europe, Africa had to resist? Truth.
Well,
Why
let me
do
say
you think
this.
you're white man? Why do you think your white man so special for oppressing you?
Well, let me say this. This is according to an African historian.
And right after you,
Doctor.
right after this, I
Sure.
will introduce Jacob.
Sure. Okay. This is Dr. Festus Ohegabalum. Guess that's how you pronounce his name, right? This is what he said. He said that African nationalism was born on the campuses of Black colleges in America. This is what this African historian stated. He said, throughout the African continent, alumni of leading HBCU Black colleges like Fisk, Howard, Lincoln, and Tuskegee were instrumental in gaining independence for African nations, right? Let's take a look at some of those HBCU alumni. You had Kwame Nkrumah. He attended Lincoln University, an HBCU, and he later became, the president of Ghana. The first president of Nigeria also attended Lincoln University, and many others. So what you saw this this Pan-Africanism concept or mentality being developed on these campuses of these Black colleges in America. So I just wanted to bring that out, and that is a fact.
Time out. Yeah, yes. I'm not going to argue with you there. Obviously, Black people here in America and in the Western world, generally speaking, have a they're way steps ahead of anybody on the African continent as far as education, as far as being able to tap into the whole democratic youth movement that the West was trying to export to the rest of the global South. Yes, that's definitely true. But what I'm saying is that Africa has always resisted. I'm not just talking about democratically. I'm talking about with blood, with everything that they had, not just fucking Democrats, okay? That's what you
Oh,
need to understand.
no, I understand that to an extent as well,
Yeah.
but I'm saying the same way that we have also always stood up in terms of revolution and as well. That's all.
No one took that
Um,
away from you. I'm just saying that
uh,
there's been a change as far as the solidarity internationally is concerned. Ever since the unfortunate obliteration of the Black Panther Party, there has been a definite strategic
mhm.
underlying force that has kept us divided from each other ever since then.
Okay, and that's
All right,
why
thank you, sister.
last thing to say. It's going to be
Hold
30
on, True.
seconds. Last thing, 30 seconds. 30 seconds, and that's why we should have more prompts on how we can collectively fight global white tea supremacy. And I
Well,
think
start by having your own lives truth, instead of coming on African spaces, like I said before.
I go
But
on
I appreciate you coming
I
up
go more on
regardless,
white
and I
spaces than
appreciate
anybody.
Slam and Elemental educating you about the areas of questions that you have, and you don't have to acknowledge it, but at least they were there to provide that information. So I think that, brother and sister. Jacob, go ahead, introduce yourself with your race, ethnicity, and where you're from, brother.
Yeah, I'm 40. I'm black, and I'm from Tennessee. Yeah,
Okay,
my question
welcome
is,
to the panel, brother. Go
all right,
ahead.
thank
You
you.
can you can respond to what you've heard, or you can answer one of these questions on the prompt. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm hardly able to see the prompt. I don't see anything, what it's saying or whatever. I'm looking on my phone, so
Slam. Do
yeah.
you mind taking me back on that one, sister, please? I don't know how to.
You have to do it yourself because I can't maximize the
Oh,
host.
here we go.
Well, yeah, well, my question is, the conversation I'm hearing is about the Black Panther movement and how it have some reason coincide with the African movement, and I'm kind of trying to get a better understanding on how does the two, kind of come together.
So yeah, brother Jacob, we had just gave really good examples of how that has happened in the past, and how it's happening in the present. Did you want any
Well,
more? Did you want specific?
well, no, it's okay. Well, with my idea with the Black Panther movement, I just seen it as like a pushback. They was pretty much standing up for themselves. They were trying to stand against the white tea America, but with the offshoot of the Black Panther movement, you had got the Crips, you got the Bloods, you got the GDs, you got the Vice Lords. It just really, de-involved. It went backwards and to a point where they were fighting against each other. But I ain't see the any good effects that the Black Panther had left behind. They left a good legacy. But as far as it changing the situation for the day, I don't see anything. They were destroyed. They were
Do you
broken
actually
up.
know that the Black Panther Party is the reason why there's a free breakfast
Yeah, we
program?
have. Yeah. Of course, I see that. They did put that in. They did start a free lunch program, and where, of course, the school system, pretty much hijacked it and pretty much benefiting everybody, white tees, the blacks as well. But as far as that, I don't see any lasting benefits from what they did.
Right.
As
Well,
far
you know
as
what it
far
was, Jacob? Sorry to cut you off, brother. It's pretty much the government just taking those on and like they got those great ideas from the Black Panthers and other other organizations, you know, that showed them how to sustain a community, you know. So they just want to take credit for it, you know. Maybe EBT was, you know, a part of that with like a financial kind of way of giving back to the community, but you know, for food,
Well,
you know. So and
well, you
then they strip it away from you too, you know, kind of like making us think that we just living off the government, you know, when that's like a sole duty of the government to provide for its citizens, you know. It's sad how they kind of flip it, you know.
well, you know, the food stamp act go all the way back into the Great Depression. It was pretty much meant for the white tea people and the BLK people didn't benefit from it till like the late 70s. So, you know, it was kind of around a little bit far longer than the Black Panthers. But
Like the monetary aspect of it, Jacob, is that what you're talking about?
well, yeah. But what I'm saying is like violence meet violence, and if you don't have the capability to push back or push farther or go to the extreme, you gonna find yourself at the end. You know, you're gonna find yourself at your end, and you know that's a part of history we shouldn't go back to.
Hey, Jacob, I have a
And
question.
sure,
Earlier, you said that the Black Panther Party was destroyed. Do you know how it was destroyed?
yeah, by the CIA and the FBI.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, of
Exactly.
course.
So,
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I think we need to recognize that intervention there, you know, because a lot of that same intervention is what stopped the Pan African movement on the continent of Africa as well.
Of
So
course. Okay. So
we have to realize, even in the present day, these types of forces are at play.
right. Okay. So here's the thing. America is a beast. It's a beast with long limbs. So if America could reach all the way over there into Africa and destroy them, what do you think they are doing to us here in the belly of the beast?
I
You
agree.
understand?
I agree. But being in the belly, we're in a sensitive part of the beast. That's one thing you can. It's a vital area that you can stab to destroy the beast. You know what I'm
But
saying?
what we are doing pretty much getting them indigestion or upset stomach. We aren't really like getting them lower intestine cancer or anything. You know,
We
what
we
I'm
we
saying
need
is,
to we need to strategize better.
well, here's my suggestion. The one thing that made the white tea man more afraid is that instead of hitting them in their stomach, let's hit them in their pockets. Let's go back to boycott. Let's go back to holding our GDP, our money, our spending power. Because
You know that's
believe it or
why they
not,
got you know that's why they got rid of Dr. King, right? Once he
of
started talking
course,
about that, he was out soon after that.
of
Once
course,
he
but
started
check
doing
this
the
out.
boycotting.
But check this out. With all that being said, we still got civil rights. Although Jesse Jackson sold us out to Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola is a very powerful company. This is a very powerful company back then. And just the doubt of black people stopped drinking Coca-Cola, scared, terrified them, you know, and
Yeah.
not only Coca-Cola, every other large corporation, you know, because
Yeah, you
we do
you have an
have the
excellent
spending
point.
power.
You have an excellent point. I agree. That's an excellent point. A very
Yeah.
excellent point. That doesn't even require violence. It just requires us
No, it doesn't.
all being on the same page.
Yeah, so let's hit them in their pockets. Let's hit them
Exactly.
where
Very
it
good
really
point.
hurt. Yeah,
But it
and
goes
that's
back
all we
to
have to do.
strategizing that though, in the right forums.
Correct, correct. And with all this division between the Africans and the African Americans, man, we should be coming together. We should be all strategizing
But
a way to
but
come
but that's
together
why
instead of
that I'm sorry, really quickly. That's why I asked you that question. That's exactly what I had in mind when I asked you how do you think the Black Panther Party was destroyed, and the answer that you gave
Right.
is exactly what I had in mind. These forces are at play. They're constantly trying to divide us and separate us.
Right. Right. And let's take away their power. Let's take away their power by getting rid of this. Don't get me wrong. No disrespect to anybody from the FBA, but fuck y'all. I mean, like literally, like I don't rock with y'all guys like at all, man. Cause y'all all about division. Now I came on a couple panels with the FBAs, and I try to get like a better understanding. Cause a lot of people don't know anything about them. But you have the Africans and the Caribbeans thinking that all Black Americans, African Americans, think like these people. We do not think. You don't know anything about the FBA. I go to my job today,
We
go to
know. We
any
know.
random
We know.
Black person, young, old, or whatever. Hey, would you know the FBA? No, what is that? That's a new slang. No, it's just a group of guys that said Foundational America. Well, we all know we Foundational America, but I'm African American. Like, we don't know nothing about this. But you got these people from across seas thinking that all Black people think like them. And we don't. We really don't.
It's true. I mean,
It's
if
just
people here in the
real.
United States know that this is like a minority in real life, but I think maybe people
Yeah.
like across the seas, like you said, might be thinking this is some real life stuff, like that this is actually an issue, like that most Black people think like this, when that's not the case.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
it
it's
really ain't.
fortunately it is just a small percentage on TikTok, right, Jacob? And we know that not all Black Americans think like this way, and even people that we have to have empathy, for African Americans and Black Americans that want to jump onto this new bandwagon, and subscribe to this. And so we just have to educate the people about what they're getting themselves involved to, and not that we care about finding your own lineage or your own ethnicity. Like people like are doing the Salon thing, right? Or Solon, right? Other people are doing the ADOS,
Right.
and so yeah, people are trying to find
Okay.
their own way, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
It's just the rhetoric that we're tired of,
Right. Okay. Cool. Do your own thing, but still be one. Be one. We all are one, and we all should move as one. And like the things that these people say, it's just it's crazy. Like, oh, we not African. We are not. Dude, you come from these people. Why would you throw them down? Why you talk so bad about them? Oh, they monkey eaters. Dude. Do you know anything about Africa? Do you know how, like, man, like how far ahead in certain countries that they are? Like how better their education is
They're
compared
saying
to ours?
Americans never created anything, and there's like a fucking water powered car, that they're
Man,
trying to, the deletes are trying to shut down. And what I've said too, it's like fucking, if you reject your ancestors, don't expect to be accepted by your descendants, like straight up. That's some real shit, because there's so much spiritual connotations to this that people don't want to discuss. They don't want to bring out. They demonize our own spirituality, our cultures, and all that stuff, and it's like it's not a good move at all. It's only going to land us in hot water real fast.
Sorry, Jacob. I have to mute you when you're not talking, Jacob. Just go ahead and mute because you have some crazy background noise. Okay, my brother. But you can unmute and talk when you want to talk. Again, when we get so angry at each other, when we act out of character, and we say the most foulest shit, even within our own tribes, even within our own people, we get to colorism, we get to featureism, we get to texturism. And we gotta learn how to feel like if you get this anger from someone, that you don't dish it out to the next man, and whatever happens in your own circle, you can't generalize that it happens everywhere else. And so we have to remind ourselves of that, but yeah, also we do have to come together within ourselves. Like I'm not always against people like grouping up amongst themselves, and then when they're ready to come and have an interaction with other people they want to group up with, we can't just be all kumbaya right off the bat. Integration wasn't the best thing for what happened with black and white. So let alone, yes, there are commonalities, but we focus on those more than we do our similarities, or I mean, we focus on the differences more than the similarities. So I do believe that there should be an equal balance to it. Like right now, I'm half Mexican, half Eritrean, and with this whole deportation stuff and who's really got our back or who really doesn't have our back, you get to see that, right? So you see it with the Mexican Americans, right, that look down on the Mexicans that are undocumented, and you see most of the workforce for ICE is Mexican, Latinos, Hispanics, right? Same thing with that's how I feel about black Americans and not supporting the Somalis right now, the Somali immigrants. You got white people that are sticking up for Somali immigrants more than you see for the black Americans, and it kind of saddens me. But that's just the front. That's just the start of it. Those are the first African immigrants that are getting targeted right now. So, we can only expect more to come. And they're trying to get rid of the Naturalization Act, which would get them to deport actually Somali American citizens, because 90% of the Somalis are American born. So a lot of this rhetoric is, we know what it's about. It's about the president going after that governor or that state representative. I forget her name. But yeah, man, it's all this little bullshit,
Ilhan Omar.
Oh, thank you, brother. Speaking of, we got my Somali brother right here. You changed your name, J Money. Well, assalamu alaikum, welcome to the panel.
Alaikum salam, brother. Yeah.
Do you want to introduce yourself and speak on any of these issues?
What are we discussing here?
It's my normal prompt. I have it up there. I just can't. I have no power over my mod powers. It's weird. So we have what's showing right now. Sister Slam, do you mind explaining the photo that he sees right now?
Just like this is in Somalia, I believe in the 1970s, just showing the international solidarity that they had with the Americans out here that were resisting. Like this is Angela Davis, they were protesting for. I don't know who that is on the left. It looks kind of like Kathleen Cleaver. But yeah, there's definitely some international solidarity going on with people who, would never touch down in America. And
right, and just showing the unwavering support that Africans have for people in America, So Angela Davis is one of those big head figures. So we were talking. Somebody had asked, "What have Africans done? Have they ever supported us?" So that's why she brought that picture up.
No, brother. So it's it's tough times, weird times, but I know that the reason why Somalis are being targeted, it has nothing to do with like the fraud thing or scamming people or any of that. It's more bigger issues. But anyways, the point is, if Somalis get deported or not, I don't see it like as a big deal. I also don't expect any other community to kind of like stand up for the Somalis, or that's the least I expect. But whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. If we get deported, that's fine, bro. We're not tripping. If we stay here, that's also fine. But we don't we don't ask for help. We're not saying, hey, please help us out or any of that. We don't need a but anyways, yeah, that's just kind of like my thing. And if Donald Trump and those racist KKK are actually like are worried about us, I see it as a good thing. I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as a flex. Um, and so, you know, like if they see you as a threat, that's actually like in my point of view, that's a good thing. That means you're doing something right. And so, but yeah, that's what I would say about that, man. And if anyone else, like, I've seen a lot of FBAs talking bad about Somalis and stuff like that, and uh, happy we get deported. We're not gonna disrespect the FBAs. We're not gonna disrespect Black Americans. We're not gonna disrespect other African people. Um, but we'll fight it out, man. We've always been fighting it out. So so this is nothing new. It's been happening. Um, but yeah, man, we're not. We're proud people, brother. And if we only ask, just leave our country alone. Stop that foreign interference. Because I feel like we were never immigrants, bro. Our grandparents never had to migrate. We always lived in peace. We were one of the richest countries in the continent. We always were living good. And so it's actually sad that we're immigrants now and there's nothing to be proud of. There's nothing good about being an immigrant. But we also know why we're immigrants. There's a reason. And that reason is that foreign interference in our country. And so if they just leave us alone and let us do our own thing, and then, yeah, we're good. But that's what I would say about that, brother. I'm not tripping, man.
Well, either way, I know you guys are so prideful, you Somalis, but we stand with y'all regardless. But I hear what you're saying.
Here's
I
a
hear what you're
question.
saying.
Here's a question, right? Thanks for having me up. I
Hold
appreciate
on,
it.
hold on. Introduce yourself, my brother, with your race or ethnicity. where you-
MPLKT from New York City. What
Okay.
else would you like to know?
What? No, that's it. Welcome to the panel. Go ahead. You can chime in.
Thank you. See, I'm the type of person, I'm always about keeping the same energy, okay? And what I find interesting is that when people have a problem or they have like some type of injustice, they seem to understand the situation in real time, right? And they make adjustments. So you have a lot of nations that are traveling through Somali waters, messing up their fishing, not paying taxes, like in the waters, and however they do taxes or some type of payment or some sort, tariff or whatever, and to the point where they're willing to basically become but I think it's terrible that they label them pirates. You know what I mean? Because that's like condescending, as if they're just doing it to do it. They're doing it because they're trying to right a wrong where someone doesn't want to pay. So basically, you're trying to get over on us, and we're not having it. That to me is normal reaction to that type of behavior. But now, when you're in America, are you keeping that same energy and respecting the American borders and respecting like everything that happens? Or are you guys, and then this not just for them because everybody's doing it. So I'm not isolated, but we just mentioned Somali, and I see how very strong and prideful they are when it comes to their waters, right? Respecting their waters, their borders and their waters. So when you go to another country, do you do the same thing? Do you say, well, you know what, being that we're here, we're not going to do anything illegal. We're not going to cipher money away from this country and send it over to ours. We're not going to do that because we don't like it when people do it to us. So what I'm learning is that everybody takes the European standard of America is a land grab. It's a money grab, land grab. Like everybody takes the European colonizers' perspective of saying, hey, when you go to America, you ain't got to worry about the natives. You don't got to worry about the indigenous. You don't got to worry about, you could just worry about yourself, get your money, and empower your people. Cool. So then why are you mad when the corporations do it? Why are you upset when they do it to you in your waters, in your land? So basically, they just doing it in the water, but it's the same concept: stealing your resources, taking advantage of your kindness, right? But then the second y'all step up, and the whole world is against you now, what do you say? Nah, that's not right. You got to understand they're stealing from us. So we have the right to be pirates, or we have the right to invade. So, okay, so if you're in America and someone says, nah, buddy, you can't do that. You can't cipher the money back to your country. You can't cipher the money out of American hands. Nope, we're not with it. And what if we load up the way y'all load up and go after them ships? We go after y'all, and we start to scrutinize what you're doing and saying, nah, you got to pay a tariff, you got to pay taxes, you got to do certain things that you might not want to do because you're so busy worrying about your people, which I think is admirable. Personally, it doesn't really matter, but I just don't like it when people say, okay, when someone is treading on my stuff and not being fair, we have the right to now, we have the right to react. And whatever you decide is the proper response to the disrespect, I feel like you have the right to do that. So if you're in another country and you and a group of y'all start again, because it's not everyone, but if a group of y'all start to conduct yourselves as thieves, then you can't be mad when the country that you might be ciphering that those economics out of will treat you the same way. So don't get mad when it's like, okay, now if the communities weren't doing anything, y'all really was using the welfare the right way to kind of just get a stepping stone, there wasn't no funny business going on, then anybody saying anything to you would be disingenuous, incorrect, and everybody should side with you. But if you guys are known by the world knows you guys for not having it. You don't play that. And I respect that. You step to your business, you let people know, like, look, we may not have the power that we should have or we used to have, but we'll utilize whatever power we have to stop you from disrespecting us to our face. Don't steal our money. Don't steal our resources. So all I ask is that, and again, I don't know. I seriously doubt all Somalians are involved with criminality. That would be foolish to even say. But what I am saying is, if you know that you have a portion of your community that's moving a certain way, and we know how you guys get down when people disrespect your land, right? Then you should expect that same type of energy. You shouldn't be shocked. You shouldn't be surprised. You should be like, yo, we knew it was gonna come, so we just wrote it out. It was good while it lasted. That's the energy y'all should have, especially if what they're saying is true. Because I don't know if it's true. This could just be propaganda to create more tension amongst groups, right? It's just another propaganda tool to make people. Because years ago, it was all
MC, for
yeah,
saying
man.
that, because the whole pirate thing, and like they're really just coast guards, they got their own coast guards, and there is a lot of illegal dumping going on. There is a lot of stuff going on there that
There's more than
other
that.
foreign people come and do, but let me say this before you respond, J Money, that these people were invited to make America's economy better. Minnesota asked them to come. They were invited, so when they want to target new people, when they want to target the lowest common denominator of the next group they want to focus in, when this YT man, this president of yours, decides who's in and who's out, that's not, they get to decide who isn't gonna fit the American way of life. And what's the American life of stealing and thieving and defrauding, and America is known as the biggest scammers out of them all. And more than that, going to other countries and doing the same thing to destabilize other countries. So I'll go ahead and let J Money respond to that really quick, and I will want to introduce my new guest.
I can respond
Go
as
ahead.
well. But go ahead,
Okay,
Jay
yes,
Money.
Slam, you can respond as well, sister.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead, J Money. I feel
go
like
ahead.
that was directed
Go ahead,
towards
Jay
you.
Money.
Go ahead.
If you want.
Okay, real quick, I just want to say, bro, like you mentioned a lot of things, but my only issue. So you're saying like the pirates and stuff like that. There's like a lot more than that's been done to the Somalis. It's not just that whole dumping of toxic waste in the ocean, but the country's been destabilized. And even there was this Egyptian professor that was speaking about it. He said what have been done to the Somali people have never been done to any other group, because these people, he said, prove to the world that they can live without a government. Even though their country was destabilized, they have done everything to those people, but those people are still standing. They live without a government. They function without a government for 30 years. And when you go to our country, like, you'll find everything. We still, we still making it. And he said they show the world that you can actually live without a government, which is a bad example, of course. But the point is, brother, we've seen what happened in 1991. We've seen what happened before that. We've seen what happened during the colonies, where the French, the Italians, and the British came for the Somali people. We see what's happening even now, where China, Russia, and the U.S. are fighting over us. So it's like these geopolitics that we are involved in because of where we're located. And every superpower is coming for us. But the worst one that affected us really was the United States, because prior, many superpowers have come to the African continent, especially to the Horn of Africa, near the Red Sea area. And our country was never destabilized, and we never had to migrate or become immigrants. Our grandfathers lived the best life. They were rich, they were wealthy. We have the most oil in the continent of Africa. And when there's oil, there are issues. My point is, my brother, there's a lot more involved. But we come out here. Well, we didn't even technically, we can't, like the Iraqis got destabilized. They came out here. We also, Libyans, Syrians, we're not the only ones. But when we come out here, or came out here, this thing that they're accusing us of, the scamming and the frauding, white people do that more than us, bro. And it's only few individuals in our community that are doing that. Most of us, we actually go to work, we work, and that money we work, we probably send to our families, a portion of it. But who can say you can't do that? That's the money I work hard for, I earn. But the few individuals that did that, that doesn't mean all Somalis are doing that. And if we look at that whole fraud or scamming during COVID, it's not only the Somalis that are involved, it's the white tees, every other community. And we're actually
It's your time up. I don't know if I let you talk all day, Shaq. You talk all day.
Damn, you
Slam,
guys
go
really
ahead.
used
You're
that
up
time
next,
up.
and then we're gonna introduce C. Will, and then I got my uncle down there. Go ahead, Slam.
The champ is here.
Champ is here. Let's go ahead, Slam.
Yeah, to just kind of echo what Shakala was saying, Somali piracy, it didn't come from some sort of cultural position. Like, I know the guy who was just speaking, it was the MC, was making it seem like you guys don't tolerate this, so why would you come here and do that? So it didn't come from just a cultural position. It came from Western fishing fleets destroying Somali livelihoods and foreign companies dumping toxic waste on their coast, right? So that's why piracy emerged. It was a defensive reaction to imperial exploitation. And when Somalis migrate here, they're coming from conditions the West helped create. Just like our brother Shakala just said, what the U.S. has done in Somalia is just unfathomable. I mean, prior to their invasion of Somalia in 2006, they were funding Somali warlords and just completely destabilizing Somalia. There's always been an agenda against Somalia. So turning that into the stereotype about stealing is just, aiding the West in divide and rule, stereotype. Blaming the migrants instead of the global system that displaced them in the first place. Yeah.
Yeah, facts, sister. Did you land, sister? Sorry, I cut you off. Did you land, Slam? I'm gonna take that as a yes. All right, let's go ahead and introduce C Will. Go ahead, C Will. Introduce yourself and go ahead.
Yeah, so I think this is, from what I heard earlier, just typical FBA xenophobia and talking points, man. I mean, bro, if you guys, I mean, a lot of these FBAs, pretend like when a couple of people of a group does something, they try to put it on everybody, not just the country, but sometimes the entire continent of Africa, man. It's just bizarre, man. But then if you mention any statistics in the U.S., all of a sudden it's YT talking points. Oh, it's not just us; it's just those people there. It's not all of us, man. Like, what the heck, bro? It's just weird, bro. And to be honest, when it comes to Somalis, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm sorry to say, bro, but as somebody said earlier that somebody brings Somalis to increase the GDP or something of Minnesota, but the reality is, if you go on census.gov, they break down income by ethnicity, and Somali Americans have the lowest income in America. They have the lowest income, so they're not really increasing much of anything. I'm just being honest, bro. And you guys do not have the highest oil reserves in Africa. It's Libya and then Nigeria. So yeah, I'm just gonna set those things straight. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
No, where are you from? Africa?
I'm Nigerian.
Okay.
Okay.
All
All right. So let's move on. Hold on, Jay, buddy. I got you.
Guys, easy. Everyone speak for themselves.
I know. We always end up. Hey, if we can fact check each other, I mean, if we do it in a constructive way, I think there's nothing wrong with it.
It's on census.gov.
But here, let's go ahead and introduce Uncle right here. Let me put you on the big screen because he wants to promote an event we got going on, I think. Slam, do you mind? Nothing works for me. Slam, do you mind putting him on the big screen, please? Thank you, sister.
All right, the champ is here now. I want somebody. Would you read that Slim for me, please?
Wait. It's slam, but you can't. I can read it out for you. I can read it.
All right.
Smaller because it's kind of cut off.
Yeah, it is real cut off, but I have the original one here. Hold on, give me a sec. Okay. It says the FBA is a dangerous anti-Africa cult. Tariq Nasheed is the modern day Hitler and King Leopold. We, the Africans of the diaspora, demand 1, that Tariq Nasheed FBA cult stop their Nazi propaganda against African people. 2, Tariq Nasheed products are removed from distribution networks. And 3, we Africans and everyone who is for freedom and justice and equality boycott the Tariq Nasheed FBA cult. African Diaspora Unity Rally, January 10th, 2026. What else here? He's got his information, his website. We'll put it in the DMs.
And don't forget the keynote speaker.
Oh, the keynote speaker, Honorable Chief. It's cut off on my end. Can you pronounce it for me, brother? I don't want to mispronounce it.
Honorable Manson from Dedicated Command.
There you go. Welcome up, brother. Thank you for the flyer. He's got a petition up. I'll put it in the DMs as well, and in the comments there. You guys can sign the petition.
Yeah. So here's the thing: is that what I need everybody to do is stop the arguing with FBA. Don't go on none of the platforms. It's hard for me to give them ammunition, something to talk about. Now's the time for action. They have reached a door of no return on the disrespect they've shown Mother Africa. Now, I'm here what you would be called what they would call that name. I don't even say it, but I'm just an African. And I'm not even an African American. Even though I was born here, my family generation, I'm in Africa. I was put into captivity by the white T man. And I never say anything about being no American because I didn't have no say so. So I'm African. So if I'm willing to fight and I'm in no danger, then you all should be willing to fight, especially those from Africa. You should be willing to fight. And the only way you fight a narcissistic sociopath like Tariq Nasheed is by hurting their pockets. By all those out here, the Juanies, the other Juanese X, Professor Allen H's, the FBAJs, with their propaganda is by saying, okay, we see what you did, and we're gonna take their stuff down. There's several other influencers that have been taken down, but saying way less than Tarina Nasheed, like a Tommy Sotomayor, this other girl named Laura Logan. She was took down for saying things against Jasmine Crockett and other people. So what they said is stuff that even the most racist of white people are not saying. So the way you get it, we're going to get a petition. Our goal should be a minimum of 100,000 signatures. And with those 100,000 signatures, we're going to go to with our attorney that represents us, that we demand the same respect that the Jewish community gets, same respect that the LGBTQ community gets. We demand that no one can degrade Africa. And the things he's doing, he's blaming all the problems on the world on African people. He's saying, like, if there's any crime, oh, it's the Somalis, oh, it's the African, it's the Tethers, which is not true. You guys are like 1%. Africans like 1% of the African population, and that's probably about the amount of crime that's being done, equal to that. So, but the majority of the crime that's been done in Black America that have black faces is Black Americans, so-called Black Americans. So to say that and then say all the politicians and the Congressional Black Caucus are tethers, which is not true. Those people are black people in America. So it's just it's what Hitler did to villainize, malign, and degrade African people. And we just can't accept it. We cannot accept this, and I'm willing to do something about it or die trying. So I need everybody to put their name on the signature, and for you all to. I'd like to also ask for a council, a committee of people that's willing to go out and push this petition to make sure we set a precedent. This is going to stop because it's unhealthy, and that also goes for the Africans as well. We're doing, before we talk about black people in America, we just can't go along with it. We have to stand up and accept it. They can't win this fight. No one in their right mind. You could say what you could say about the Somalians, but no national company like Walmart or any national business here is going to speak against Somali people, because the Somali people do have a spending power. You see what I'm saying? So no one's going to go, no mosque, no church, nothing. Nobody's going to side with the shit that he's doing. It's just a matter of galvanizing the people and organizing. So I need everybody to help push the petition, get people to sign it. In fact, you all should sign it right now as we speak. You guys should be willing to sign the petition as we're speaking right now. So if not get everybody to sign it, I would appreciate it. Rob,
Yeah,
you still there?
yeah, facts. Yeah, support the brother Mansa. I'll shoot it.
CoraAfricanSociety.com.
No, the petition. Can you put the petition up?
I'll shoot you a DMs. The petition. I gotta find it on my phone. The thing you sent me, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The thing I sent you, so you can, we can get these people all, get them out of here.
I don't think that's well, I don't know really. A lot of people tried canceling, a lot of the, Republicans, and all it did was it's almost as if it had an opposite effect, right? People try to cancel Trump, and it's like as if it had an opposite effect. But I really don't know what will happen. But I'm just saying, it seems like people like this, they only understand getting smacked in their head, really.
But no, they can be. Laura Logan was canceled. Tommy Sotomayor was canceled. There's several individuals have been canceled because people had petitions to sign. Kanye West was canceled. What he said about the Jewish people. There's been several people have been canceled because they have attacked, groups. It's just if enough people sign petitions, say we want this removed, they're going to remove it. Because what he's doing is way worse than anybody is doing. The Republicans may talk their shit and may say things. Even Charlie Kirk says certain things, but no one is saying the kind of hurtful things that Tariq Nasheed is saying. But therefore, nobody's talking, like not even the Klan or not even the Klan. They don't talk like that. They don't. The Klan is not, because they'll be taken now, removed. NAACP will be out so fast or something like that. So No one's doing what he's doing.
I've
No
been on
one's.
Tariq. I've been on his lives, man. He's just on there saying, you know, monkey meatloaf, baboon ass, you know, chasing the monkey tail, you know, chasing hyenas. He's just like just talking trash, really. I mean, he's a clown. He's a clown,
Yeah,
really.
Matza, I try to put it on there, but the character reach, it's a little too long for me to put it in the DMs. So I'll just go ahead and send it to each one of you guys' DMs so you guys can sign it.
Okay.
You can have.
Oh, yeah. Do that. Do that right now. Let's
Yeah,
do
yeah.
it right.
I'm gonna send it
If
over to
everybody
them.
can do it right now, so we can make sure that y'all do it. Because people don't want to take no action. Y'all, it's like we like arguing with these people and going back and forth instead of trying to take the action. Get rid of these motherfuckers. Get rid of them. Got to get rid of them. You can't play with them.
We don't know if we don't try. Yeah. I guess you're right about that.
No, it will happen. Like I say, Laura Logan. It's a few other ones that it's some notable ones that got took down for petitions. They was took down. The
You know,
guy who's anti-Islamic. They took him down.
I've
Petition.
noticed. Have you heard of Lily Gaddis? It seems like some of these people are they're purposely trying to get canceled because it actually makes them get more famous within their circles. Have you noticed that? Like Lily Gaddis, she
Okay,
said the N
guys.
word on TikTok.
Guys,
And,
someone put it on the Black put it
yeah,
on
I
the
saw it. I
comments
saw
right
it.
now.
Yeah.
All right, y'all just copy that and do it.
Yeah,
All right,
everybody going to do it. Let's let everybody do it. Let's
I,
wait on everybody do it. Everybody
everybody
do it.
do it when they can.
No.
I want to know if MC is gonna do it. MC, you gonna sign the petition, my brother?
What's
Yeah,
it?
sure. I mean, if it's gonna, because me personally, like I'm the type of person I like to keep the same energy. I'm the type of person that it doesn't matter if I produce 80% of goodness, me on the 20% that I don't. Like, you know what I mean? So I think a lot of times, like you could have differences, but I think the vitriol, like to demean people, and like I believe it's unnecessary. So like for people who feel that that's like a tactic that like let's just embarrass people or disrespect people, like to me is a waste of energy and a waste of resources, right? Because at the end of the day, if we all get our stuff together, we're gonna have to do trade. We're gonna have to do some type of import export just for the sake of international relations, right? So if we can't learn how to create international relationships now, and this is the testing ground for us to be able to, we can have our differences, but we should still be able to communicate enough to say, hey, look, outside of your personal belief of if I'm lazy or my belief of you, if you're this and that, can we sit down and create some type of training skills? So like whatever skills you guys have that you develop culturally, we would love to get some information on that, for your tech skills and whatever skills we have, we'll share our skills. And what we can do is to say, okay, look, we know what our ancestors might have thought of each other, but can we prove that we're better? Can we prove that we're not like with all the technology, all the information at your fingertips? How can I have the same impression or rhetoric that my grandparents had? If that's the case, then why don't I do everything else my grandparents did? Marry my wife, do all of this stuff, drink car, live a whole. Why don't we? You know what I mean? So if our parents and grandparents had a negative outlook, that doesn't mean we have to have it, right? And we could show that we can be better, we can ascend. But we're starting to show that we're not able to redirect culture. We're not able to redefine like our what you call it relations, right? We're not showing that we know how to be better uh, and forging the future, right? Because that's who we need to be, the forgers of the future, right? Not the reminders of the past. We have the baby boomers for that. The baby boomers were the ones that could have educated us about the past and about the grandparents and whatever. But right now we're moving into AI. That's totally different. And if we let our tribal affiliations, if we let our religious affiliations, if we let our religious affiliations and if we let our financial statuses and like our economic, socioeconomic statuses get in between us, then we're no better than the generation before us, right? So then we need to just step aside. If we can't get it together, let's get out the way of the people who do know how to communicate. the people who do know how to unify, the people who do. If we as a melanated group can't seem to pull it off, then let's get out the way of the people who can, which is all the other nations. If we always want to act like we're the kings and queens, we're the creators of civilization, fathers of God of the universe, and we possess the strongest pineal gland, right? Then we need to show and prove that. And if we can't, then let's step aside and let all the other nations come in, buy everything up, and establish these smart cities and establish what tomorrow is going to be. And we need to just play our position at the
Man, play
bottom.
our position. That seems sort of self-defeating, bro.
Yeah, if we listen, I believe the future is for whoever can unify.
All right, hold on one
Whatever
second.
groups,
Who all signed? Everybody signing on here so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, we even got some people in the comments that signed it. So thank you everybody that signed the petition.
The brother just got to talk. Did you sign it yet, brother?
What?
What's the
Which
brother?
who?
The brother just got to talking.
What,
oh no,
Oh,
no,
Archie
no,
no,
me?
he was talking.
I was working. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
definitely look at it. No, for sure, I got you. If you have to
Wait,
DM me, just kind of lock
aren't
it
you
in.
FBA? EMC, aren't you FBA?
I mean, I'm fine with the foundational American. I just don't like the term black.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's hard for me to really subscribe to that term. I feel like if we're gonna create a new term, we need to use better words, like words that are more accurate. We can't use the old words that basically paper genocided us, black, Negro, and all this other nonsense. So I feel like if we're gonna come together, then it needs to be a unified title, not one person or his little group creating it. Like, and now we all just subscribe to it. We have to sit down, and it has to be something with some depth, with some real depth, real ancestral connection, real understanding, not just something that just creates separation. Like, so no, I don't agree with the term. I think it's short sighted, just because of the letter B. Just if you change the B, then I would be 100% on board. But in terms of the sentiment behind it, in terms of just finding that identity, connecting as a crew, as a group. But see, me, I don't believe in tribalism. I think tribalism is a problem. I think because it's just division. I think when we have all these different religious beliefs, it's more division than unification. So I feel as though, again, no. So I haven't signed it yet. I haven't signed it yet. For the sake of if the petition is FBA, then fine, I don't have an issue with that. But I don't. I can support the FBA concept just like I can support other people.
Bro, it's to
Sentiments of
take
other
down
people.
Tariq Nasheed, who's like the king of the FBAs. What do you mean? What?
So
I
again,
mean,
so
Are you
again,
not
brother,
listening?
and because
specifically
he's
to
rude,
Tariq
because he's a
Nasheed,
rude person, because he's rude. You saying you want to put all this energy to take him down because he's rude?
Well, it's not my petition.
Seems like a
It's
waste of
Mance's.
resources if you ask me. But that's
It's
okay.
Mance's.
No, it's not a racial resource because the things he's doing is inciting violence. It's destructive. And it's just disrespectful. The things he's saying, making calling them monkeys and saying all kinds of stuff. This is wrong. It's wrong. And we don't have to take that as African people.
I understand that, but if you're gonna put that's like if all BLK people put all this energy against Charlie Kirk, like let's get a petition for Charlie Kirk and let's get a petition for Candace Owens. It's a waste of resources. But again, I still don't mind supporting because there might be some positive effects, might be some positive results. I understand where you're coming from in the sentiment.
It's not a waste.
Mhm.
It's not a waste of it's not to say that is like the meaning how people feel. Not a waste of resources when people lives are in danger by the stuff that he's doing. The type of what he says, like you say, propaganda leads to genocide. Remember that propaganda leads to genocide because of people. How they got people to be desensitized against the people was the propaganda they put out. And again, we've seen these people; they can get violent. So the propaganda needs to stop. You don't degrade other human beings on a platform like that. You don't spend 7 days a week degrading and shitting and pissing on Africa. We got to stand by and say it's a waste of resources. Say stop it, because you can't do that to anybody else but African people. Jewish people don't tolerate that. Say that shit about one of them and see what's gonna happen. ADL gonna whoop your ass. Say
Yo,
that
they
about the
canceled
LGBT.
Kanye's bank
Yeah,
account, man. That was hilarious,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. Say that
But that's
about
a
the
stereotype.
LGBTQ community.
That's a stereotype.
Not only were they not only will they have you banned, LG, they gonna get
They're gonna get Kirk.
gas. You said something about
They
that? They
gonna get
showed that with Charlie
Kirked.
Kirk.
Yeah.
They're gonna get
So
Kirked.
so so
But
so we
again,
don't have to accept.
Yeah, I like
We don't have to
that.
accept
Kirked.
that.
You got kirked.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Monsa, that it's not a wasted resource to sign a petition, man. It just takes your time. It just takes 2 minutes to sign it and to
Yeah,
support this. We ain't gonna put any more energy into it. That's what the brother's saying. If we come up here and keep talking mess about, FBAs or even Black Americans that find themselves on the border of a FBA, at least they can move forward without all that rhetoric, and they can come correct, and they can show some professionalism when we having these conversations that they're supposed to unite all melanated people, like you say, and it don't have to be under one identity.
Actually, I'm surprised. When did this petition start? I'm surprised there's like not as many signatures yet. Have you hit the
He just
Nigerian?
started.
Have
He
you
just
hit the
made it.
Nigerian lives
Yeah.
yet? Like,
We
No,
about to go everywhere with it.
that's why I need everybody. I just started it yesterday was the first day, one day, yeah. And I'm pretty much by myself, but I need everybody to sign it. A lot of people don't want to do the work. They spend more time on a live all day, and a lot of these, like some of these other Jamaican influencers and stuff. I asked them, they don't even want to do. I don't. They talk about pretendians all day.
go to the West Africans. They'll for sure sign it. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, well, help me out. So help me.
Okay, follow me back up.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you from?
What do you mean? Oh, well, I'm from East Africa, but from like what I've been noticing about the dynamics on this app, there's a large diaspora war between West Africans and FBAs. So a lot of the West Africans will be very excited to sign this.
Well, I've seen Monza.
I've got some.
Monza, I've seen the petition online. A couple ladies that already were sharing it on their platform, so it's working.
Yeah. So my goal is in 2 weeks to have 10,000, at least 10, minimum 10,000 signatures. 2 weeks, I'd like to have 10,000, and we can do this with maybe. I'm gonna try to go for 100,000, or maybe 50, but I like to go with 100,000. Then the lawyer's gonna take that to these platforms and start, the legal proceedings on getting them to take down this information. That's how we do that, legally, taking them down. Because he's saying all kind of crazy, like he's saying that Congressional Black Caucus is full of tethers, which is not true. But I did follow you, young lady, so DM me and then help me. Like vibes, I know you know a lot of family. Ask all of the family to sign it. I mean, cousins, uncles, moms, granddaddies, everybody to sign the petition. We gotta make an example out of this guy. A lot of people just say it's a waste of time, just ignore it. But it ain't getting no better. It's not gonna stop. We thought maybe ignoring it, and the guy is hell bent on shitting on Africa. He's just hell bent on doing it. And again, remember, propaganda equals G-side. Know that. Propaganda. Anything that starts off with unaliving someone, words, and the propaganda is what to cause a person to be unalive, and it's going to get like that. So we have to say something. When East Africa are you from, Slam?
Eritrea.
Eritrea. Okay, so all right, that's good. Well, yeah, help me get that out there as much as you can. We're gonna have meetings, committee meetings. It's time for action.
Yeah, I'll send you the lives. Where it'll probably be easy.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Yeah, I
You know
went
what
on the
help you?
Pan
You know what
African
help you,
site.
Monza. You know you help
I
you.
went on one African site. They want to keep talking to FBA people. FBA people, I got no talk for you. I'm not going over no stupid shit with you.
Well,
It's home.
Martha, are you FBA or like what are you exactly?
I'm African.
So are you from what part of Africa are you from?
Well, I'm
He
from
was
America.
stolen from Africa.
I'm from people from West Africa, but I've been here for generations. My family came through the slave trade, so I'm African.
Okay. So you're African American. Gotcha.
No. Just Africa, not no America. No.
this
And,
this is refreshing.
you know why I say that? Because white people don't just tell me what I
I
am.
knew you were gonna get a
Nigga,
kick
you
out
a
of this, Slim.
nigga, you are American. I say, okay, master, I was American. No, I didn't have no say so over what this country's gonna be called or what I'm gonna be called. So until I have a right to vote, until they fix this bitch, I'm not what they say I am. I am an African, a proud African. You know, that's what I am. Just African, not African American. Definitely not a foundational Black American. No, I'm an African who's
And
a
not
victim of
Black
America.
American either, huh?
Huh?
Not Black American?
I'm not Black American. Nothing with American am I. I'm just
Okay.
an African. Just an African. And now my nationality is Mali Kili Mali. I'm Malian, so that's what I am. I'm Malian. So I'm not American at
I got
all.
you, man. So I'm gonna put it on my social medias too and stuff. So,
Yeah, we
but I
just
gotta
put
get.
facts. We just put the link down there on the comments, guys. Go sign the petition to cancel Tariq Nasheed. You know, it's in the comments if you guys want to go sign the petition and support the brother Mansa.
And I go so far to say any Black man that calls themselves American is still a slave. Let white people tell you what you are. You call yourself what they call themselves. Do we sign any constitution? Did we have any decision on what the flag should be? No. Just did what white folks do. Master say I celebrate Thanksgiving, so I celebrate Thanksgiving. Master barbecue, I barbecue. Master pop firecrackers on 4th of July. You know, I was picking cotton. I'm popping firecrackers. Everything white folks do, they do.
Yeah, it's hypocrisy is what it is, you know, and then they want to call it
Slam,
American culture. They want to say
you
it's,
signed a petition, Slam?
yeah, she signed
You
it.
signed it?
She signed it, Mansa. Everybody signed it, Mansa.
All right.
Again, if you haven't signed it, it's in the comments. Scroll up, you'll see it again. I'll put it up in a little bit. Go sign the petition again to cancel Tariq Nasheed for all the foolishness he's saying out there, all the things that are going to be absorbed in all communities, because it looks like it's fortunately it's just on TikTok, but who knows how fast that fire will spread. Let's go ahead and introduce my brother African. African, welcome to the panel, my brother. Do you mind introducing yourself to everybody? And you can respond to anything that you've heard thus far. My brother African, you there?
Yeah, hi. Hello everyone. I'm African, and yeah, this is like my second time on the panel.
Welcome, African.
Thank you.
Yes, welcome, brother.
Thank you.
If you want to add on to anything we've said, African, or you just want to sit tight, hang out until we get another FBA on the panel to interrogate.
I just got here, so I can't really respond to because I didn't really hear anything. So I'll just.
And are you from Africa? Are you
Yeah, I'm
American?
African. I'm
Okay.
African. Yeah.
Where in Africa you from?
I'm Nigerian.
All right. Did you sign a petition?
No, I haven't signed it yet.
We need you to sign it. We need you to sign.
You got it.
Hey,
like I said, the petition's right there. You can go copy it and sign it.
So Nigerian brother, what I need you to do is sign that right now for me, and then let all the Nigerian people know to sign. Once you call back home and DM me so I can get with you. Call back home and get the people in Nigeria to sign it. I want the Igbo, I want the Yoruba, I want the Hausa, I want the Igwes, the Obas. I want them all signing the petition. So copy it and do that for me right now, please, my brother. Are you Yoruba or you Igbo?
I got you.
On a mission.
I'm a different. I'm not Yoruba or Igbo. I'm a smaller.
Hausa?
No, it's called Igala.
I'm familiar with that. Okay. I want all the Igalas. I want the Igalas, the Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa, Fulanis. I need everybody to sign a petition.
I got you.
Yeah, so we're gonna wait on you to do that right now for us, real quick, and then DM me, and I need to have your help. I want you to kind of lead the charge for the Igualas, brothers in your ethnic group.
Yes, sir.
Have a petition first,
Huh?
Uh, one step at a time.
Wansa means business, man. Wansa means business up in here. But yeah, Africa, we just talking about the us our waving support for the Somali community, unfortunately what's happening
Let,
right now.
let them sign and
Oh, he can
don't
hear
shoot too
me
much
in the
far.
background, Mansa. It's all good. He
That,
can hear me in the background.
I'm getting distracted.
Oh, stop it, Mansa. Stop it. But yeah, guys, again, the Mansa just put it in the comments, okay? The link to go to sign the petition. It only takes 2 minutes. Read it out and sign it and support the brother in the cause.
Wait.
Takes like
Hey,
30 seconds.
it's a sign. That's right. No, some excuses better than no excuse, but no excuses will be accepted. Need your signature on that.
Yo, MC, you signed it already? I'm just joking.
Yeah, no, I was out and about in the
Oh,
street.
you working? That's right. You working.
Well, take it. Pull over for a second. And go ahead and sign it. Pull over for a second and sign it. I don't want you messing up. Can't you pull over 1 second? You can't do that for us, bro. Pull over 1 second and sign it.
No, I'm a signer. I got to read it first, bro. Like I gotta know what the hell I'm signing. Like I ain't gonna just sign no petition because you feel offended. I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. I think it's a waste of energy. I think you should focus more on building up a voice that's bigger. Hold on a second. You should build up a voice that's bigger than Tariq's. Like take the time to find those great thinkers.
That's what you do.
The reason why I say that, because I don't have a problem signing it, because I've honestly listened to, I've gone to Tariq's page or his lives, and it starts out okay. I'm like, okay, but then it starts getting into some weird stuff. I'm like, damn, dog, like, what's the problem? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you beefing with the people who are just people. Like, even though people say, oh, I'm this tribe, that tribe, there ain't no damn tribe. Them people ain't working together, building nothing really great. People are just surviving, fixing food, trying to put their kids through college, stuff like that. So I get it. I just think.
I tell you what we're gonna do since you got all these excuses. What I should be doing, you can be a bigger voice. But what I should be doing is getting this goddamn petition signed, getting his ass off the thing. You do it, my brother from Nigeria? You did it?
Yeah, I did. I just signed it.
All right, man. Get that brother a hand. Come on, give him a hand, Vibes. Vibes, give him a hand. I can do it. Yes, sir. Now, MC got all these goddamn excuses. What I should be doing, you can do it. Now, we're going to read the petition to you and
Okay, go
see
ahead.
what it says. Can you read the petition to him, Vibes, for me, please? On the petition, it says the issue. And read that. It's very well written.
Monster's got to.
We're gonna read the what it's saying. So, thank you, brother. You got all these. You got more excuses than nigga going to jail. I said, MC got more excuses than nigga going to jail. You got more
Here
excuses
for
than nigga
everybody
going to
that
jail.
hasn't heard, this is Monster's petition. The title of it is FBA is a dangerous anti-Africa cult. Tariq Nasheed is the modern day Hitler.
No, not that, nephew. What's on the petition itself?
Oh, the actual petition. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
It says the issue. Read
bad,
that part.
brother,
Yeah.
bad. Let me go to it. My bad. I like the picture too. It's like, okay, ban Tariq Nasheed and FBA from social media for anti-African and Caribbean hate speech. Okay, the issue. Tariq Nasheed, a prominent social media personality, has been using his platform to spread xenophobic and racist propaganda, specifically targeting African and Caribbean communities. Such rhetoric is reminiscent of dangerous historical figures like Hitler during Nazi Germany, where harmful ideologies led to widespread violence and discrimination. The impact of Tariq's words on social media is profound and disturbing. His followers have reportedly committed violent acts against African and Caribbean individuals, demonstrating the real-world dangers of such hate speech. Social media platforms have a responsibility to curb dangerous propaganda and protect marginalized communities from race-based harassment and violence. By allowing Tariq Nasheed to continue spreading his harmful ideologies, these platforms are complicit in the proliferation of hate and division. Removing Tariq Nasheed from these digital spaces would not only serve justice, but also set a precedent that social media is a place of inclusivity and respect for all ethnicities. Excuse me. Major social media companies have taken similar actions against other figures who have used their platform for hate speech, confirming that such steps are both necessary and effective. Accountability is crucial in maintaining a safe and respectful online environment. We urge social media companies to review Tariq Nasheed's content and take a decisive action to ban him from their platforms. Stand with us in promoting peace and safeguarding the dignity of all communities. Sign this petition to support the removal of Tariq Nasheed from social media and ensure that such dangerous ideologies do not I can't say that word. I cannot
Perpetuate.
perpetrate online. Sorry. Perpetuate. See, I'm not even perfect. English is my second language. I know I sound like a white boy. Yeah, so there it is, guys. Please go sign it. It's
All right, now MC, now
very
you heard that, so we got you. You gonna go ahead and sign it or what? MC, his name. What's his name? EMC. EMC, where you at? You. Where you at? Where's he at?
I think what was read was fair. So yeah, I don't have a problem signing that.
All right, so go ahead and knock it out. Sign it for us right now, real quick. All right.
I'll do it. I got you. But yeah, no, I definitely think.
All right. You ain't on the expressway, are you?
all right.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, just when you get to a red light, just pull on over and knock it out real quick.
All right, let's let the brother drive safe. He'll get to it. He read it to him.
He gonna forget. He be done.
We'll remind him.
We'll
We'll DM him. We'll DM him.
He be done join the FBA. I guess you're some kind of you're a Moor or something, ain't you? Ain't you a Moor?
No.
You. Oh. So you don't like the term black. What do you prefer?
No, I don't really have a term. That I think they're all silly.
You said what now?
I think they're all silly. I think all the terms. As soon as at one time in my life, I thought the MOOR was the one, and then I started digging deeper. I said, "Oh, this is just another. It's just another language saying the same thing." So you get to a point where you're like, "Well, wait a minute, I'm just me. I don't have to subscribe to any particular group or any particular ideology."
So you're not black. You're not black. You OJ. Okay.
No, I don't subscribe to it.
So you're not black. You're black. You OJ. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. Well, anyway, all right. Well, I did my job. Well, we got. Let's see where we at now. Yeah, I think the Nigerian brother, brother. So I'm gonna inbox you my my information, so you have my information, so we can stay in contact. I appreciate you. Say your name again, my brother. From Nigeria.
Yeah, you can call me Sam.
No, what's your African name? We don't call you by you. What's your African name?
Man, it's and that Joe.
And that Joe.
Yeah.
And that Joe. Yeah. See, we Africans, y'all gotta stop doing this. You white people, white folks. What's your name? You don't learn to speak a whole goddamn language. The cracker can't even say your name.
That's my name for real. Sam is my name, but that's Energy is my middle name. They've been calling me Sam my whole life. That's like my real name. So.
Well, we got to get a white man another job. That's what I like. White people be like, oh, you speak 4-5 languages, and you come to a white man. You say, oh, my name is Ngozi. Oh, I can't say that. Can I call you? Can I call you Leroy? You're like, yeah, okay, just call me Leroy. Hell no, cracker, say my goddamn name. Say Ngozi. If I can speak a whole other language, and you should be able to say my goddamn name. You know? That's how all the Native Americans, your dumb ass walk around like, okay, white man couldn't speak your language, so you would say your name, you know what I'm saying? Like Tahanka K was Tahanka something was the name of Sitting Bull, So I ain't gonna, I can't say I'm just gonna call you Sitting Bull or Little Red Feather instead of making them say your name. That's how arrogant white supremacy is. But people from Africa speak 3, 4, 5 languages, but the white man can't even pronounce say your name. So it may take me a long to remember it, but I say it one more time for me again. Your African name.
Enejo.
What is
So
that?
I'm
What is that? What does that word mean? African? Enedjo? Enedjo?
Nejo.
It means
Nejo.
Eneja?
it means man of God.
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
Nejo. All right, Nejo. Y'all hold on. I'll be right back with you.
Anyways, African. We were just talking about supporting Somalia. That we stand with them with everything going on.
Yeah, I support the Somalis, man, 100%. I just I heard that stuff Trump was saying, and that's just racist, man. Like I think before it was, it was like borderline, and that kind of sounds racist, blah blah blah. But he just like, he just came out like full racist or whatever. But I feel like, I mean, America is a country of immigrants, man. Like there's literally German towns all around the country, and that's because like Germans moved over and like turned the town into like little Germany or whatever. So I just find it funny that when the Somalis are doing what like every immigrant group does, when they move to the US, they like, like they get involved, uh, get into politics and whatnot. I think it's crazy that it's different when the Somalis are doing it. So I just thought it was kind of stupid to like pick on the Somalis or whatnot. So I support the Somalis, man, 100%.
Yeah, facts, man. Yeah, it was kind of unprecedented for a president to say that kind of shit. Calling him garbage and
You guys been seeing the stuff that's been coming out of the White House TikTok?
no, fill us in, Slim.
It's just ridiculous. It's just like, I don't know if they're trying to appeal to some like modern, like they have like hip hop little, it looks like commercials or something. And it's just like so embarrassing, honestly. Really. Like Trump had this whole thing where he released on the White House fucking TikTok about like immigration and like, yeah, it was like praising the fact that people were getting deported and the way they put hip hop in it, and it was just like so bizarre for like
These are the commercial breaks between the White House briefings and stuff like that.
they're literally put out on their official social medias.
They're trying to like target Black American communities with this rhetoric. It sounds like.
Yeah, possibly. Like I'm gonna send it to you, watch, when I get off of here.
It reminds me of like those McDonald's commercials where they had like, like Black Americans in it with hip hop and stuff like that to try to. But no, the more sad part about it, I saw this father and son, Black American family who had just gone out fishing, and here I'll play it for you if it's still on here. Let me see. Do I still have it? Pretty much. Oh, here it is.
Think St. Cloud has been taken over by Somalis?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about the Somali takeover?
Get out.
I don't know. You don't want him here?
I mean, I'm fine with them. It's just that, like, it's like overpopulated.
Do you feel like they're going to eventually overpopulate the Americans here?
Yeah, they definitely will.
And did you guys vote for them to come here? As far as, like, did you guys have to pass any legislation in order to receive them?
No.
In your personal opinion, what's the biggest issue with them being here inside of you guys' city?
Driving. It's always a car crash for no reason.
Robbing people.
Yeah, definitely crime. Pirates.
And the correlation between the Somalis and Muslims, are the majority of them all Muslims?
Yeah.
So 10 years from now, do you guys think the Somalis will be the majority here?
Yeah, definitely.
Threw in Islam at the end in order to try to spook people out.
Yeah, it's one of them white ass reporters too. But one of those people replying was a little child, was a kid, man, like spewing the same rhetoric that he hears his parents saying, and what he hears his dad saying. So it's just sad because this is gonna have ramifications, at schools, where kids are gonna be picking on Somali school classmates. That's all I can really think about this. When I hear this stuff, and I feel bad. I feel bad that the kids are absorbing this shit already. But what do you expect? What do you expect?
What's poppin', man?
Oh, what's good, man? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Man, playing dice and shit. My homies came through.
All right.
FBA's challenged me. I had to roll the dice.
You gotta lay off the steam,
Nah, man.
What's that say? Yeah.
If FBA challenged you to a dice game, you can't decline. What's good, Salam?
They call themselves FBAs now. That's hilarious.
What's good with it? What's good? What's the topic, man?
Same shit.
Same shit.
Different panel. Same shit. Different panel.
So now, how come this guy who's just here, Mansa something, he's like floating this petition around to basically cancel Tariq Nasheed off social media, and he's like targeting the Africans and the Caribbean people in this petition. So
the problem is like I don't like Caribbeans and Nigerians. Like I don't like. I'm not really nothing against them. It's just they have very unsavory things to say about East Africans, and I think they're more obsessed with us than the typical FBA.
I told him, I said, the demographic you might want to reach are the West Africans in particular, because right now in this moment, there's a huge diaspora war, and they would be very excited to sign this kind of a petition. Don't you think?
Oh yeah, they would love to get to read, but the problem is there's not a lot of Africans in America. They're mainly still stuck in Lagos, so it's like you're not really a petition. Doesn't matter if all the people signing it are from Lagos,
This guy's got the jokes. What do you guys think about the whole?
Black is in the comments. Come on, Black.
Why do you guys think that Black Americans, or even, well, I know it, but just for the listeners, right, that believe that East Africans are not with the West Africans, that you guys align yourself with the Arabs and you are the Arabs, and what do you think about that rhetoric?
Let me explain to you what's going on. So it's all about the women. We're African. We're tribal people naturally. So it's all about women. We don't care about resources. We're all poor anyway. So it's all about women. They want our women, and we're saying no. And they don't like that we're saying no. So because they want to look like me, they're upset that they want to have my hair, they want to have my features, they want to look like me, they want to genetically alter themselves to look like me. So they want to be with my women, they want to have access to my women. So they make up all these charades like Pan-Africanism and all these isms, right? Pan-Africanism is a Nigerian, Yoruba, and Igbo man pyramid scheme to steal East African women. Because what it does is it's an initiation process where basically you have to jump through hoops to look and obey to a Igbo man with a round head, and I refuse. And me as a bearded Eritrean man, I will not tolerate it. No way. I don't. That's not for me. So if we all look the same, I'll be the biggest Pan-Africans in the world, bro. If we all had tough Nigerian hair and Audi belly buttons and and round heads, I'll be cool. I'll be a Pan-Africans too.
Hi, do you think this is is this part of their colorism kind of inferiority kind of thing maybe sometimes? Because I always do hear them be talking about East African women and how they're the prettiest, and even knowing that. But do you think they choose a particular type because they don't like themselves, or what do you think? Just we do have the most beautiful women out there.
Self-hatred. They hate themselves. They hate their women, and they want to eliminate themselves. They're practicing. What is it called? Genesis. What was that thing called where you genetically alter yourself, modify yourself? Eugenics. There we go. Thank you. She went to community college. So that is what's going on here. They're trying to change and alter themselves, do a Frankenstein project after my image, and I say no, Babatunde. You cannot have my East African women. And they get mad at that. And I'm willing to go to war with that because I'm East African man. I'll fight over anything. All I do is wars. I fight wars. They fight jollof wars. They don't know how to fight. They twerk, but they don't know how to fight. So for me, this is an easy battle victory. And I'm guarding my women like sheep. Like a dog. The dog that herds a sheep. I hate Afro beats. I hate anything west of the Nile River, bro. That's just how it is. And nothing personal. It's just how it is.
Okay, can I say something? Because I'm an East
Yeah,
African
I do
woman.
want to say something before. you know, uh, not everybody subscribes to what everybody on the panel thinks, but this is just hilarious to me. But go ahead, Naimia, go ahead and introduce yourself, sister, and then you may chime in. Go ahead.
As a Somali woman, honest to God, I feel like East African and West Africa are two different cultures. Anywhere you go in East Africa, like, we have the same common cultures versus the West Africans. So a lot of East African women might not want to marry West Africans because of that reason, not because of color or like features or anything like that.
I hear you. And back to my other question, right? And this is for all my East African brothers and sisters. What is the disdain of the besides the women, right? Besides the beautiful women that we have there, they want to tie us to Arab culture or Arab people. What's that about? Why is there an indigenous aspect to Eritrean and Ethiopians that we should stand proud of? About our everything about us, that it could be indigenous there of that region and not necessarily us admixing with Arab people.
Well, for Somalia, we are part of the Arab, what is it called? League, I guess. And the only reason Somalia was ever part of the Arab League is because the Western world was not accepting Somalia. The Arab world did accept Somalia at that point, and they joined union to protect themselves from that. But do Somali people consider themselves as Arab? Hell no. And a lot of West Africans don't even consider Eritreans or Somalians or some part of Ethiopians Africans because of our features. Even growing up, going to school, a lot of African Americans would not consider me to be part of the African because I did not look like them. They would tell me my nose looks different, my forehead looks different, my forehead looks wider. Like nitpicking, So if the Africans are not accepting you and you don't want to go with the Arabs, I just claim to be Somali, and people get mad when they ask you, are you Somali? What are you? And you say, I'm Somali. Oh, now you don't want to be part of the African community, but all my life you've been telling me I'm not African. I don't look like you. So when you need me, I'm African, but when you don't need me, I'm not African. Like, make it make sense.
hmm And I really do hate a lot of and don't get me wrong, I know there's coonery and buffoonery on both ends, but like the brother MC was saying earlier, not everybody identifies with their with black as an identity. Sometimes the West is so hyper focused on race, and that's the way that they've been identified, and not everybody identifies themselves like that. Some identify with their nationality first, some with their tribe, others with their heritage. So people have to understand that not everybody's hyper focused on race as much as the West is. And now I say that to say that there is some coonery on both sides of people hating themselves, self-hate, where they do hate their, the color of their skin and stuff like that. But for the most part, I do not think this is how it is, specifically with East African people. They love their melanin, and they love their culture. So,
And
but
there's
yeah,
nothing wrong. And
thank
there's
you for
nothing wrong with hating. Like, there's nothing wrong with loving your culture. Like we do have African American neighbors that are really lovely and are very welcoming. And I feel like there's two sides to every coin. There's two sides to every culture. There are bad Somalians or bad East Africans, and there are bad West Africans. So I feel like putting everybody in a general pool is wrong. Does that make sense? Like, every FBA so far that I've been going on their panels have been complaining that Somali people are rude. But I'm like, what Somali people have you met? Like, one or two people? And you just
right.
generalize
And they
them?
love to generalize, sister. Yes, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. And a lot of this hate is because it's being ushered in at the same time, coincidentally, while these this administration and how all these executive orders and what they are demanding, so it's no coincidence, that this hate is coming right along with this racist administration. So, and that's why we stand with our brothers and sisters in Somalia for this reason.
But tell me this, do people see it as like, as I see it as a problem that people don't want to own up to their bad apples? So it's like whenever people talk about their bad apples, oh, those are just individuals. That's not us, right? Everybody wants to side with the good, but that's not how, that's not keeping it funky. That's not keeping the same energy. That's being disingenuous. Like I have to, even though I don't sell smugs, I've never had in my life. Even when I was younger, my friends, when we started getting around 16 and everybody started going in the underworld, I would tell them like, bro, I can't really hang out with you like that because I really don't respect the hustle. That was just my personal thing. Everybody knew me for being on it like that. I hated people littering. Most of my fights was when people came to my neighborhood and dumped their Chinese food or dumped their garbage. I'm like, yo, pick it up. And they would be looking at me like, yo, who are you to be telling me to pick up something? I'm like, this is my neighborhood. And we pride ourselves. We keep our neighborhood clean. We used to go to little areas like when we want to cut school, and we'd be looking on the walls like, yo, who's tagging up on the walls, messing the walls up in the building? So we would find them and be like, yo, if I catch you messing up these walls with the lighter and drawing on the walls, just do that in your neighborhood. Don't come to my neighborhood throwing garbage. You know what I'm saying? Because we live near a parkway. So we understood that if you dump garbage, then the rats will come. So we always knew this from young. Make sure you put the garbage in the thing and close the lid because we don't want to have an infestation of rodents because we live near a huge parkway, a whole bunch of grassy area, right? Where we know they live over there. But they never came to my neighborhood because we had a nuance of keeping our community clean. So when outsiders would come, like the guy was saying, they always want to come for our women, for the girls in our neighborhood. They always want to come and start fights and start drama and then go back to their neighborhood. Then when they leave, and all of a sudden we having all this activity with police officers doing patrol routes around our neighborhood. And we like, no, we never had that problem because everybody understood how our neighborhood was. So if you did do illegal, you stayed in the house. We didn't have it where we could come outside and really do that without making the block hot, right, for everybody, right? So we used to just really check a lot of people. So I feel like a lot of times, nobody wants to own up to, and I don't know if I said this earlier, it's no different than like when we look at the Black BLK community. People may say, oh, there's all this crime going on in the BLK community. So they'll say that, but I'll never hear, oh, yeah, my bad right here. Okay. It's a side gate the next street. All right. But I used to look at it and say, well, wait a minute. How come nobody steps up when people say, oh, the Black community is doing this? Okay. I don't never see none of the groups step up. Like, no, that's not them. That's us. No, that's not them. Don't put that on them because that's really us. We brought that from our country or we brought that from our community. Nobody wants to take it on. But as soon as somebody's a doctor, everybody's like, oh, I'm a doctor. I'm a lawyer. Everybody wants to tie to all of the good stuff. But all of the negative scamming and all this other nonsense that people be bringing to the table, nobody wants to own up to it. They just, so as soon as somebody call them out, they want to say, oh, no, that's just a few bad apples. Well, those bad apples were raised by the people in your tribe. The community raised them still. So don't try to slide on out. That's why I tell BLK Americans too, like, yo, bro, we can't slide out every time somebody try to put the fire to our feet. Then we want to blame the Europeans or we want to blame somebody else. So at some point, there's some areas where, no, it's self-propelled. We actually create the problems for ourselves, right? And if it's only 2%, then let's own that 2%. Let's not slide on out. Let's keep that accountability. Let's keep the same energy. And that's the one thing that I get sick and tired of. Like people be acting like all they brought was prosperity, all they brought was people who want to get educated. That's not true. They brought some derelicts and degenerates with them too.
Can you name some names, brother, respectfully? Because I think it's Nigerians that do that. I mean, I'll be specific. I'll go straight to the source because Houston is degenerate capital of America right now, and it's filled with Nigerians.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been to Houston?
Well, you might have a little bit more. See, I just try to keep the same energy for everybody, but you might have more information to like maybe break it down. So I would love to hear that. But ultimately, I understand that every single group has their good side. They're good people, they're deplorable people, and they're just generic people who just really don't do good. They don't do bad. They're just here. They're in the way, actually. So I feel like everybody has it. So we should all be in a space We should all be in a mindset where we just own our bad. That's like with parents. Like I notice, like when parents have children that do wrong, they always want to say stuff like, "Well, I did what I could. I made sure he ate." They always try to slide out when their kid is a criminal, right? But they be like, "I had to work. I wasn't home. I'm a single mom. Or I'm a single dad." They always want to make excuses. But the second their kid is valedictorian, if somebody came to them and said, "Hey, listen, we're not going to give you any credit for your kid being valedictorian," you know why? Because you work a lot. Because you're never home. This kid read on their own. They did their homework on their own. They're self-driven towards excellence. So we're not going to give you any credit, mom. That mother's going to flip out. She's going to say, "I don't give a damn how much I'm working. My kid, you can't take my kid's positives from me. You can't take my kid's accolades from me because I'm working. No, I still provided for that kid. I still put a roof over his head." There's no parent that's going to let you separate them from their good grades. But the second your kid is a criminal, now the parents want to wiggle on out of there talking about, "Well, no, I did what I could. That he don't want to listen." See what I'm saying? So that's why I tell parents, no. You got to own up that your kid is a derelict. You got to own up that your kid is a goofy, because part of that is you too. So don't try to slide on out. Come on, keep the same energy. And that's my issue. So I feel like if everybody wants to come to America or be in America or do whatever in America, including myself, then you got to own up to the bullshit your kids do. You got to own up to the bullshit the people that come from your country are doing. You can't say, "Oh no, that's not me because he's a different tribe. He's a Romo. Or he's something else. He's Igbo." See what I'm saying? Everybody want to slide out, and I think that that's really disingenuous, and that's a petition that we need to sign to. That own up to the bad and to the deplorableness that your people bring, as well as the greatness, the education, the smart, the tech. Like, yeah, it's a lot of great things people are doing, but there are also a lot of BS people are doing. So let's just own up to it all.
MC, I want to you Black American?
Yeah.
Okay. Look, East African, we come with the good, the bad, and we own everything. Like that's not a problem that we specifically. That's not a problem specific to us because we're all refugees, right? We came here from war-torn, poverty, just the bottoms, the worst of society, unimaginable scales of war. But these Nigerians, they came with a silver spoon in their mouth. They're all trust fund babies. They're all like their father is a oil corrupt politician who's sending off millions, right? So it's like you're talking about two different groups of people. Personally, I think it's the Nigerians that only hype up the good and excellence. But really, a lot of the degenerate stuff that I'm seeing from my own eyes, especially when I was in Houston, was coming from their community. Like they literally took over your city, Houston. This is why I think this Somali thing is a psyop. Because Minneapolis has never been really a black city like that. It was never, some black folks went up there in the 30s and 40s and 50s, but not like that. Houston's, that's your heartland. That's your Mason-Dixon. That's your people. That's your country. That's part of your black identity. So why are we arguing about Somalis when we should be focused on Nigerians? That's my take on that.
Yeah, I guess you being from the continent, you might have a little, like, you can break it down a little bit better. But like I tell people all the time, if I think I said this earlier, I don't know if this panel or another one, but I said, like, when you think of Ethiopians, I think a lot of times we make mistakes on talking about Africa. We kind of talk about it like it's a country and not a continent. Because like people just blankly say Africans. That's why I'm like, yo, you can't do that. You can't just say Africans. That's incorrect, right? And I notice, like, I tell people all the time, like, yo, if an Ethiopian and a Nigerian, I won't say that because you have an issue. So an Ethiopian and someone from South Africa, like the typical phenotype of a South African, had a baby, that's a biracial child. Because that's how different people are from Africa. Their bone structure is different, their temperament. Like, so Ethiopians, to me, have a very healed temperament. As a
so
people,
here's the thing,
right?
like I consider it biracial if it's an Eritrean and Ethiopian. Keep it a buck with you, like that's you know what I mean. Like that's how.
But here's the thing. Here's a question I'm gonna ask: is Ethiopian really a real thing? Because there's no language Ethiopia, but there's no Tigrinya. There's like it seems like Ethiopia is just an empire. It's like an empire.
Tigrinya is the Eritrean language. Tigrinya is the Eritrean language. That's like so. It's like this. It's like British English was invented in England, but America and Canada speak it. Does that, because there's more speakers in America and Canada, does it mean that it developed and originated in America and Canada? No, it's still an English language. It developed in England. So
But what
that's
makes a
what's
person an Ethiopian is what I'm saying. Like what is the Ethiopianness that's different than
nothing.
take it in, Eritrean?
Ethiopia is basically like saying Africa. It's
Yeah,
there's
it's like
no
an
Ethiopia.
empire. It's just like it's no real okay.
Yeah. There's
No, but
nothing
I
like.
understand what you're saying because people are that different. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like a lot of times we try to bunch people up. Oh, we're all humans. Listen, man, that's all hogwash. People are so different. That's one reason why people don't get along. I think people have different temperaments, just like different species. Like
Yes.
Nigerians and Ethiopians do not, or East Africans do not have the same temperament.
They don't.
Like they don't at all.
Genetically speaking, I mean, you might even go a little bit further. Like there's been scientific studies that shows that certain genes that that Nigerians possess, that it's just not found anywhere else in Africa. I don't want to go that route because I'm not an expert in that field, but there's some different hominoids that Nigerians incorporated in their DNA. So we're Homo sapien, right? But there's 15% of Nigerian DNA that's not Homo sapien. So, and that to me is pretty how they say white people have 2 to something like 10% Neanderthal. Well, Nigerians have up to 15% non-human DNA, and to me, that's
Bro, what the
scary.
fuck are you talking about, man? You're just saying some bullshit.
Look up the ghost
Why don't you
DNA.
just shut the fuck up, man?
Well,
that's
hey,
not true. That's not true.
hey,
You've
Tiny
been talking
Man.
about Nigerians since you got on the fucking
Hey,
panel,
Tiny
bro.
Man, calm
Say
down.
some real shit.
What do you want me to
Nigerians this.
say?
What the fuck are you? Somalians are scamming Minnesota for $2
That's
billion.
fake news.
Why don't you talk about that shit?
That's fake news.
It's not. It's not. It's true.
It's fake news. It's not
Talk
true.
about Nigerians are doing this. Man, shut the fuck up.
Ghost
Man.
look up ghost DNA, and
There is no.
back.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's not bullshit. Look up ghost DNA.
bullshit.
Type in ghost
Talking
DNA West
about
Africa.
Eritreans or this. What the fuck are you talking about?
Dude, you're a small person with small
You're
insecurities.
an idiot, bro. You're an idiot.
I'll
You don't
dunk
know
on your
shit.
head, man.
You won't do nothing.
You're a small
You talk
dude,
about
man.
what did the
You're a
Nigerian
nerd.
take your girl or something? What the
Nobody
fuck?
took nothing from me.
Did the
How you
Nigerian
gonna
take your girl?
Why are you talking that?
It took your wife. You got
Shut
your wife
up.
pregnant or something?
Why you talking that dumb shit? Talking about some Nigerians don't have.
He's been
human
talking
beings?
about Nigerians
Hold
the
on,
whole
hold
time.
on.
He's been on the
Hold on,
fucking
hold on.
thing, bro.
White
I'm
people
over here
have
trying to
hold
support
on. White
Somalis.
people
Where'd
have
you get that
Neander-
from?
Fuck is this guy, man?
Hold on. White people have
Where'd you get that?
Who's this guy? Who the fuck is this
Shut
guy,
up.
bro?
Shut up.
You shut up.
Where you
Shut
get
up.
that from?
What are you talking about? Nigerians have
Google
15%.
ghost
Nigeria is a fucking country with
No, they won't.
200 ethnicities, bro. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, they won't.
Yes,
Nigerians
they're not
have
even
up
the same
to, I
people.
said up to 15% ghost DNA. Look
It's
it up.
not. Show us the fucking study.
What are you talking about? There's literally a study. Google it.
What's the study? Who did the study?
I gave you the name of the
Man,
study.
shut up.
Ghost DNA. Type in ghost DNA. Type Nigeria. It's like saying Neanderthal. Like white people have Neanderthal DNA. Are you going to deny that?
It's not true, bro. It's not.
So are you
fucking
deny?
true.
So you're denying that
The
white people have
Nigerians are less
Neanderthal.
humans. That's why they take
I'm not
over
saying they're less
Houston,
humans.
man.
I'm saying they have
That's what
other-
you're implying, though.
No, I'm
You're
not
implying
implying
it.
that.
You don't
I'm
have to
saying
say
they
it. You've been
have-
talking
they
about
have
Nigerians since
other
you got on the fucking
genetic
panel.
markers
Nigerians are taking
that
over
are-
Houston.
No.
What
They
are
have
you
other
talking-
genetic
aliens do?
markers. You're getting upset.
There's no
You're a
damn
bunch.
genetic markers, man. You're stupid.
It's a genetic. It's a
You're
fact.
just like
That's-
FBA.
That's why you
you're
have different temperament.
You're
That's why-
FBE.
I'm not a
Foundational
FBE.
Black
No.
Eritrean. What the fuck are you, bro? Shut the fuck up.
I'm Eritrean. I don't claim to be Nigerian. I don't claim
You're
to
a
be
fool.
Pan-African.
You're an idiot, bro.
You're a dummy. You eat bush
You're
meat. I don't care.
stupid. You're
You scratch your
stupid.
head
You're
with your
weak.
feet.
Eritreans
Shut up.
are
You're a
weak.
coward. You ain't shit.
You guys are weak.
Houston's whack.
How
I've never
many
been to Houston.
Eritreans
Like, I'm
you
never
see
going to
play
Houston.
sports? You guys don't do anything.
Who wants
You're
to play
just
sports?
slender
You
and
dance,
tall.
you twerk.
Like
Who does that?
you just
Bro.
do the fucking
You want to look like me.
long distance shit. What the fuck
I
are you
don't
talking
care
about?
about long distance, man.
You guys are
can't fight.
the most inferior genetics. in
You
Africa,
can't
bro.
fight. Therefore,
You guys are skinny as fuck.
inferior. Hold up. You can't even process
Inferior
milk.
genetics, skinny as fuck. What are
You
you talking
can't
about?
process milk, sir.
Long face,
You
long nose,
got
just
sickle
don't do
cell,
shit. All the
sir.
fuck, all the shit y'all
You
do.
got
is
sickle
fucking,
cell. You can't
Yeah,
process
all the fuck,
milk.
all the shit you
You have
guys do.
genetic
is just,
defense. You have genetic deficiencies.
you
that
guys just
can't-
take money from fucking parking
You know
lots.
the number
Like, what
one
the fuck are you
killer of
talking about?
Nigerians is?
That's all the fuck Eritreans
It's not
do.
malaria. It's table
They
salt.
just they
High
collect
blood
people's
pressure
money
from
at
table salt.
fucking parking
If I
lots.
put
Like, what are you
table
talking
salt
about
right here in
Nigerians?
front of you, you're gonna faint. If I
Come,
put table,
Nigga, I'm not paying the
Table
ticket,
salt is
bro.
your number one
I'm not
killer.
paying you the ticket. Let me out. Let me
You
out,
said
bro.
what? Let you
I'm
out
not
where?
paying the car ticket. That's all y'all do. Just collect people's money at fucking parking lots
What
and
is
shit.
that talking
Talking
about?
about Nigerians.
Hey, yo, man, you
Man, fuck out of
disrespect.
here, bro.
You
You're a coward.
disrespectful as hell.
No,
Why you
you're a
why you
coward.
shitting
You're
on
a bitch.
Nigerians
I'm
for?
taller than you.
You're a
Shut up.
bitch.
Why
You're a weenie.
why you disrespecting
You
Nigerians?
guys are the
I can
skinniest
disrespect
motherfuckers
you
in
if I want
Africa,
to.
man. You guys, the
No,
hungriest
you don't
motherfuckers. You
disrespect
talking about
me.
Shut up.
Nigerians genetics are fucked.
Shut
What the
up
fuck are
before I
you
give you a
talking about?
wedgie. Nigeria
Y'all
is the
niggas are
number one
skinny as
problem.
fuck.
Hold up. Hold up.
The only thing y'all do is
East
run the
Africans don't
fucking
like
300
Nigerians.
meters. That's
South
all
Africans don't
Ethiopia is
like
known for,
Nigerians.
bro.
Central Africans
Your
don't like
women don't even
Nigerians.
fuck with
Who
you.
likes you? Who likes
Nobody
you?
likes
Who
Ethiopian women. Don't
likes you?
even like
Nobody likes
Ethiopian
you.
men.
Listen, you get
What are you
body
talking
slammed.
about?
In your own country, you get ran by Fulanis, dudes,
Ain't nobody running
cross-dressers with
shit.
makeup on.
Fulanis, they look like y'all
Fulanis
too.
are
They look like y'all. You
cross-dressers with
motherfuckers always
makeup
killing
on,
shit, bro.
and they run your country.
No, they don't. You
The
don't know
Wundabi
shit.
tribe, the men wear
Skinny
makeup.
ass, the skinniest, hungriest niggas in Africa talking about Nigerians have
Yeah.
15% genetic. What the fuck are you talking about?
I dropped him because he talking that
The-
disrespectful shit.
yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
The only Eritrean that's doing something is
Hey,
Isak,
don't
and
drop me before I
he's
drop
not
you.
even playing. He's playing some shit in Liverpool. What the fuck is he talking about,
Don't
man?
drop me before I drop you. The fuck?
Talking about African genetics. And they got the weakest genetics in Africa. The fuck are you talking about? Don't ever take it. Don't ever take
We
an
all on some
Eritrean to a.
unity
Hey,
shit.
yo,
Don't
Vod.
ever
Hey,
take
yo,
an
Vod.
Eritrean to a
Slide me that
fight.
Vod.
You're gonna lose, bro. Don't take an Eritrean to a fight, bro. They're gonna kick your ass, bro.
Yeah, ain't
Nobody's
nobody for
intimidated by
listening.
Eritreans.
Him
The
say
whole
all
Africa.
kind of bullshit about we don't got Nigerians don't have they're not human and all this shit. Why would you say some shit like that?
Bro, what the
Stupid
fuck, bro?
motherfucker. Stupid as that. We trying to unify and
Shut
unite
up.
African people. We trying to
Barefoot.
unify and unite African people, and he want to come in and say some shit like that. So trying to unify with
Nigga said
Nigeria.
Nigerians have
Yeah,
15% hominoid DNA. What the fuck is he talking about?
that's bullshit.
They're the skinniest motherfuckers in the whole continent.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody
That's not
scared
being
of an
respectful,
Eritrean.
and Vibes don't need that on his platform.
Nah,
Saying
I
that shit.
apologize, but like I can't just
No,
sit
no, no,
around
no,
and
no,
let
not him.
niggas
I
keep
mean,
talking
not
shit.
you, him. He don't need him on the platform.
I don't want a unity with nobody that doesn't have shoes on. You ain't got shoes.
I wasn't gonna allow that man, that dude, to come up there and say that type of shit. He definitely dry. I dropped him. Hope he don't come back up. I don't know who letting him back up, but I'm not letting him back up. You know, that's wrong. We trying to unite and as one. He sit there shitting on Nigerians and say they didn't got human DNA. That's an insult. You know, that's really an insult. So I had your back, my brother from Nigeria. I had your back.
Appreciate it, bro.
We trying to. What good is that going to do? We don't need the East African and West African wars. We trying to unite as one. You know, we
No,
trying to
I'm
unite.
sorry. I was ignoring the comments at first, and he just kept on going and shit, talking about like DNA and Nigerian DNA,
Yeah, I know.
and I'm just like,
I heard him say it first. I kind of let it go myself, and then I couldn't tell. Like I can't take this. You know.
Hey, not to cut you off real quick, but I can sign the petition. So I'm trying to while I'm pumping gas, I'm trying to figure out where the petition is and how to sign it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so it's a question. So I'm saying, so I should go to my DM or scroll up the
Oh.
comments.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, I put it back in the comments now, where you can just copy and paste it. You get
Okay.
to. Yeah,
All
but
right.
ain't nobody gonna allow him to do no shit like that. That don't make no sense. We all trying to unify and unite as Africans. He want that go up here and say some shit. Even want nobody say that about Eritreans. So why you saying that about Nigerians? You know, and you coming on Vi's platform doing that, you can't. That shouldn't be allowed. You know, you already, you know. Yeah. Good.
You're saying 1% up to my thank you. Just 1%.
Man, where's the Eritrean guy, man? The Eritrean guy gone? Man, where the guy being insulting in Nigeria, man?
Yeah, I dropped him. I dropped him. Did you sign up the petition? The other brother signed a petition?
You said what?
Y'all signed a petition?
Oh, petition? Is there a
Yeah.
petition somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, is this the link down here?
Yeah. Signed a petition to boycott Tariq Nasheed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, it's a Mansa Kamara, okay.
Yeah. Everybody sign it for me. Yeah. I dropped that idiot. I tell Vibes I dropped him because he shouldn't be talking like that. That's not right, man. You don't do that. You insult Nigerians saying they're not humans. That shit is racist as fuck. Taking white man talking points to say that, you know. All Nigerian, we all Africans, all Nigerian, any country is a social construct. We all first Homo sapiens sapiens. You know, you can't sit there and say no stupid shit like that. You can't. You know he can't back that up.
Monsa, I came up because of what I heard him saying though. But respect to you guys and what you're doing on the platform. You know, One Africa. Thank you, people.
Did you sign a petition? To get
I'm gonna do that now.
Okay, get free. I need everybody to inbox me. We need y'all to help. You know, get rid of Tariq Nasheed. We can't keep arguing with these FBA people. We can't keep, you know, letting them malign us. We gonna take Africans on this tribal shit and down to us. We all one Africa. It doesn't matter what part of Africa you're from. If you one of them goddamn East Africans to think you're better than West Africans or vice versa, we don't need your ass either. You're gonna get the business too. Because you're op. We need to be trying to unite, not be arguing over saying disrespectful shit about it's the problem with Nigerians, not Somalians, all that shit. You don't need to be on that shit. All that stupid ass arguing, you know. I don't like that. That was very disrespectful. Him to do some shit like that. That nigga, a bitch ass nigga. Get your bitch ass on somewhere else with that stupid shit. Come with that, you say that, and we supposed to sit down and let you say that. No, you don't do that. We in person, we'll beat your ass doing that. You don't do that. You know. You gonna insult all that say they're not humans? What kind, man? You lost your damn mind. Stupid man. That's shit I'm talking about.
Bro, a lot of people be acting like robot these days, man. I don't know what's going on. How's somebody gonna be seeing a human say you're not human? It doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't make sense, bro. I swear, I don't want to argue with these people. I swear, there's a lot of people the same. They're everywhere in the world, everywhere in Africa. The same people like the Eritrean guy. They're here in America. They're here in Africa. They're in Asia. They're in Europe. They say, I don't know where they're getting their rhetoric from. I don't know where they're getting their own information. I don't even know whether they go to school. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. Because human is a universal something. It's not something. A human as our universal word.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's no two humans, bro. I don't know, bro. People be crazy on TikTok, man. I don't know what's going on. Shit is making me sick.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yep.
Bro, I'm at work, man. I just came on here to talk to that Richard guy. It looks like he left, man. Brother,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
love, man.
But
Love you guys, man. Let's get it.
go ahead and sign the petition real quick before you go. That's why you sign it, please.
Bro, where we gonna sign it? On your am I gonna
No,
sign
no.
on your
You got to copy. You got to copy it out the link, and then go copy and paste it and sign it. We send it to you again. Let's put it in again. Do that before you go real
oh
quick. So I just put it in now.
oh
Copy that link and then sign it.
let me see.